3rd and 14.
I think you're going to have to run a screen here. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Chuck Pagano decides to dial up on this possession.
From the 45 of the defense. Taiwan Deal is the back on the right hip of Lawson. 2 wideouts left, 1 right, 1 tight end. And down the field, overthrowing the receiver intended at the 40-yard line. It wouldn't have been a first down anyway. But Xavier Ubosi was the intended receiver, and it was way over his head. And Lawson, coming in, just cannot get dialed in, overthrows his receivers on almost every pass attempt.
Yeah, that was going on throughout the week also. I saw a lot of overthrows by Lawson. So, I mean, sometimes what you do in practice ends up on the field, and that's kind of what we're seeing here.
Sean Smith comes in to punt, flags fly before he can get it off, and an illegal substitution.
12 players in formation. Defense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
On 4th and 14, they get a free 5, does the American team. It puts the ball at the 40-yard line, but it's still 4th and 9, and they're going to leave Smith in there to try and punt the football.
Probably a good decision here.
Back deep for the national team.
Oh, terrible punt.
Fair catch called for at the 12-yard line by the receiver, Flynn Nagel. It's only a punt of 28 yards for Sean Smith. He tried to pin him deep, actually marking this at the 13, so it's 27 yards for Sean Smith on that punt. Now, it does give the national team terrible field position at the 13, but the only scoring drive in this game was a drive in which the national team went 94 yards.
94 yards, right. And they just need a crack, a sliver of a window here, and the national team could go all the way back down, especially with that fantastic offensive line that they have.
7-0 national team with 10:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. Jim Tyree, Memphis Spence, and Kevin Gray with you from Pasadena for the 2019 NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. And we have had a media timeout. We will take it as well and return in just a moment. This is coverage of the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl from Sports Radio America.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a karate teacher to trim their hedges.
Man, these shrubs are not made of plywood. Don't worry, another few chops should do it. Yeah! Nope! Yeah! Dang!
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Oh, this treehouse looks like particle board. Yeah! There we go. Starting to doubt myself.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Western Union money transfers are now available at Walmart. When you send money with Western Union, you're sending so much more. You're sending opportunity, love, and support to the people you care about most. Visit your local Walmart today and send money with Western Union to family and friends in over 200 countries and territories around the world. Services offered by Western Union Financial Services, Inc., NMLS 906983, or Western Union International Services, LLC, NMLS 906985. See terms for details.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. I'd like to carry more parts at my shop, but I just don't have the room. Every time I go in the back to get wiper blades, I trip over a dusty crate of Honda air filters, then bang my head on some GTO radiator hoses. eBay Motors never has that problem. They stock all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, with everything from new headlights to vintage gear shifters. I can't imagine being able to stock 122 million parts. I mean, where would I get all those shelves? eBay Motors. Let's ride.
You are listening to Sports Radio America. Sports, anytime, anywhere.
Ten to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 national team. They have the football on 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. They threw a screen. Jake Browning back into the game as quarterback. And Browning threw a screen to George Aston, the fullback. Aston able to get outside on the right side of the field for a yard pickup. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Browning goes to the shotgun this time. Throws, quick throw, slant pattern at the 20, complete. And taken down there is the receiver, Emmanuel Butler. Butler, 6'4", 220, Northern Arizona. He is the all-time leader in receiving yards and touchdown receptions at Northern Arizona University now. And he got the catch there up to the 21, a gain of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the national team. So they have to convert here or risk giving it right back to the American squad, whose defense has played fairly well with the save of one drive in which the national team went 6 plays, 94 yards. That's our only scoring drive by either team. Browning in the shotgun, a lot of movement. Movement. And I think
False start. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Trayvon Tate, second time in the game that he's been caught on a penalty, once for holding and now once for a false start. He's the only offensive lineman for the national team to have laundry thrown on him. I thought they were going to get Maurice Bimaku-Simba. To be honest with you, they may have been able to get
everybody. One
or two of those linemen that were jumping early.
Trayvon's just a huge target to actually.
So instead of 3rd and 2, it's 3rd and 7 at the 16. You have to get a little more creative here, I think. Browning to throw, looks left side. Has to get flushed out of the pocket a little bit, and now a flag thrown for holding. He'll throw middle of the field and picked off at the 30-yard line. Nice job by Nate Brooks. First time we've mentioned Brooks, and Brooks is going to be taken down at the 20-yard line. More flags flying. Brooks out of North Texas, 6'1", 180. He was a Jim Thorpe Award semifinalist, and he now runs into the end zone after being tackled at the 20 for the photo op into the camera. Nice job, Mr. Brooks.
Mr. Brooks out here making his
fouls on the play, both by the offense. Holding, number 72. Penalty is declined. Ineligible downfield, number 78. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is a 1st down for the American team.
So the turnover will stand, both the penalties against the national team. Second turnover of the game for Mike Tice's squad, and the American team now with unbelievable field position. The 19, obviously their best starting field position of any drive this game. They're already in the red zone, but Ed Reed liked it so much he ran out onto the field.
That's the fastest I've watched Ed Reed since he actually took out
INT.
I know, that was beautiful.
Lawson back in at quarterback. He's got one back behind him, and that's Deal. Fakes the handoff, steps up, gets sacked. Couldn't get away. Right now, the defensive line of the national team is teeing off. That was Isaiah Mack, the Chattanooga Mock, able to get through and get the sack on Lawson. 3rd sack of the day by the national team.
That offensive line for the American team just seems to fold within a second or two after the ball snapped. I don't know what's going on there.
We'll check with Kevin Gray here in just a moment after this play. Ed Reed being shown on the cameras around the stadium here, congratulating his defense. Shotgun for Lawson. He's not there often. This time he is. Looks to throw. Going to the end zone. It is caught. It is.
That's a touchdown.
Touchdown. American team. What a catch by Donald Parham, the Stetson Hatter, the tight end, able to pull it in. 6'8", 222, Lakeland, Florida. What a catch, diving into the back of the end zone and pulling it down. He, my friend, has some NFL potential. They love his size.
Well, one of the things that I checked on that reception is that he ran down the sideline, looked back for the ball, spotted it, and was able to actually turn on another gear to actually get into the end zone and make that catch.
Gaglianone on to try the extra point here. And they're kicking these from the 23, so it's essentially a 33-yard field goal. The hold will be by Sean Smith, the punter. It is up. It is through. It is good. The game is tied. There will be no shutout today. 7-7 is your score. The scoring play, a 19-yard touchdown pass from Jawan Lawson to Donald Parham. after an interception by Nate Brooks of the American squad. Let's go down to Kevin Gray and check in with Kevin. Kevin, you were right there when the catch was made.
Yeah, first of all, bad decision by Jake Browning on the last play, turns in that interception. Then coming back for the American team, Jalon McClendon making a beautiful throw into the back of the end zone for the touchdown pass. A beautiful throw. The sideline for the route was ran perfectly by the receiver, and just a beautiful touchdown pass by Jalon McClendon out of Baylor University. Action starting to pick up. You can start to see the intensity on the national team sideline after the interception was thrown. They wanted to keep them out of the end zone, but were unable to do so. Jalon McClendon with a 19-yard touchdown pass, a beautiful TD pass in the back of the end zone for the American team to tie it up at 7-7 with 7:35 left in the third quarter. Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Kevin Gray, down on the sidelines for this one for us today. 7:35 to go in the third. We're all knotted at 7 apiece.
Yeah, Juwan Lawson with a fantastic throw there. That when I first saw it in the air, I was like, I don't know. He may have kind of put that into place where his receiver couldn't catch it. But then I saw another gear by that tight end.
Yeah,
tight ends aren't supposed to be able to run like that, and that was pretty solid. That looked like NFL speed.
Out of Stetson University, of course, in the state of Florida, Donald Parham, 6'8", 222. He's going to have some size on some of the smaller defensive backs, but he also has some speed, is able to get down the field. Parham, this past season for Stetson, he averaged 9.4 catches a game and 146.6 yards per contest. He was the top receiving tight end at FBS and FCS.
Oh, really?
Both levels combined, he was the top tight end in the entire country. And I think it's because he is able to get down the field and use that large frame of his to beat some of those defensive backs. So Chuck Pagano's team now on the scoreboard. The national team will take the ball at their own 25-yard line, and Amir Hall will make his first appearance into this game. The Bowie State product out of Bowie, Maryland, led Bowie State to their best year ever in the CIAA, 6'4", 180. He'll get a chance to see what he can do at the quarterback position. How about this? My man Carl's in the booth with us. Good to see you, my friend. Carl Francis,
you guys too.
Director of the marketing for the NFLPA and communications, and a handoff to the running back on the first play that Hall is into the game, and it's Marche Denard. Denard carries across the 25 up to about the 29. They'll give him the 30, make it a 5-yard carry for Denard. Denard quietly having a good game here. Buddy, it's been quite a week for you, and this thing just seems to keep getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yes, and I think what helps is the quality of players that this game is producing year in and year out. You know, we've had so many players, Tariq Cohen's of the world, Cameron Lynch, and all the really, really good players. And what they get out of the week is just so productive. You know, someone asked me this morning, you know, what is the vision? What is the mission? And it's funny, when he asked me the question, it was easy to answer because it was like, it's the total experience of being a professional athlete.
Yes.
Right. For us, yes, you can come practice, get measured, you can run, be evaluated. But when you talk about the total person, from a off the field issue, from finances to how to conduct yourself as a professional, what you're going to face, these are all the things that all the players that are in the league are giving back to the players that are trying to get in the league. So it is a true player-to-player experience throughout the entire week. As you see, you know, we have Ed Reed, Clinton Portis, Plaxico, Brian Cox. I mean, we have a number of really, really great former players that are really inspiring. And it's not just coaching. See, that's what's so funny. And in the evening, you could see the young people gravitate towards these coaches, just not to get advice on, hey, how do I run that route? But it's like, hey, what should I expect? how should I approach my day through this process? And I think that's what's really been helpful.
Wes Hills on a 9-yard carry gave him a first down, then a 1-yard carry by Denard. And here is the running back, Lexington Thomas, able to get a big gainer up to about the 48-yard line. So 8 yards for Thomas, and it'll bring up 3rd and 1 at the 48-yard line for the national team.
Yeah, and you know something, talk about some of those classes, Carl, would you, that some of these players can actually educate themselves with while they're here at this game. What type of things? I know there are some finance classes. Maybe there are some other classes about what you do if you don't get drafted. I'm not sure what the classes are, but could you talk about some of the classes that you provide here at the NFLPA?
Well, you mentioned one earlier when it comes to financial education, not literacy, but just education.
Okay.
When you talk about how these guys are going to manage money,
right?
If you get the opportunity to make it, but not only when you get money, but even during this process of evaluation, right? Because when you select an agent, your
agent selection, that's important.
Your agent selection. Then when you select an agent, you actually go somewhere, you train, but you need money during that time,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
To manage before you get drafted, and then you have to figure out if you do get drafted and you do happen to get drafted or even sign as a free agent, how do you manage that money? How do you manage the expectations of even getting through a 16-week period with that paycheck?
Right.
How do you manage family? How do you manage friends? How do you manage buddies?
Right.
Do everyone need a car?
Right.
Do you need to buy a car? I mean, it's all, I'm just being honest.
Absolutely. These kids are coming out of college and, they don't have that life experience. You're trying to provide that to them before they get to the league.
Do you need to buy a home?
Right.
No, may not. You may need to buy a condo.
Right.
So it's all these different elements, and we don't give the advice. We let the former players and the active players give advice. So it's coming from an authentic voice that they can really resonate with.
Couple of big runs by Wes Hills again. He had a 14-yarder and then an 18-yarder, and all of a sudden the national team knocking on the door of the red zone. They have the football at the 21-yard line of the American team after the American team just tied it up at 7 apiece with 3:14 to go here in the third. Marche Denard.
American, they're first. 30 seconds.
A 2-yard run on first down gets it to the 21. So it's 2nd and 8 coming up. And you just heard the referee tell us timeout for the national team, and we'll keep it right here. These guys are hungry to get this knowledge, and they're hungry to show what they can do. But it's important enough for them to take the time out, because the stories are rife, Carl, of these guys that make the league and flame out, and you never hear from them again, or even worse, something bad happens to them in their life. And I think that's where this is coming from, isn't it?
Absolutely, because
players taking care of players.
No question, because at the end of the day, you start off a player, you end your career as a player with us, and a man.
Right.
One of the difficult parts about this experience is to understand one thing that we recognize is that this game is a means to an end.
Yeah.
It's going to end.
Right.
But when it ends, what's your process? Because when you finish, the NFL will be finished with you. That's just a fact, right? You can't play anymore. The game is built upon people on the football field. When it's over, what is your next step? What is your plan? How can we continue to make you feel wanted? How can we make you feel you're connected, that you have a bond with something other than not being in the locker room? That's what we provide you.
Right.
And
It's a brotherhood.
It's a brotherhood.
Fraternity.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you're exactly right. Timeout is over. 2nd and 8 from the 21. National team knocking on the door of the red zone. 7-7. 3:11 to go in the third. Now, the rule is each team gets 2 timeouts per quarter, so they've been using those. Can't put them up on the mantle and take them home with you. So Chuck Pagano and Mike Tice are using those to try and set things up. It's reminiscent of basketball a little bit. You're setting up plays. Exactly. So we'll see what happens on the 2nd down when we get going again here.
Don't get me started on basketball now. I know it's basketball. I'd love to talk about some basketball for you.
You think this guy might talk a little college
knows something about. He knows a little
talk to you a little bit about basketball.
The conversations with Carl about basketball have been legendary. We love it every year. Every year. Now, Carl, how soon will you guys start talking to people about coaching in this game for 2020?
Soon as the whistle blows.
That's what it is.
Soon as the whistle blows, we going right back to work.
Tomorrow starts today, right?
There you got it.
Tomorrow
you
starts today.
You got it. Oh man! Can I just say? I just want to say, man, you guys are amazing, and you've been so great to our game. And I just want to officially take the time out to say that I really appreciate that.
We appreciate that.
Hand off to Hills again, and they're going to get in the red zone. They're not going to pick up the first down. He's going to get down inside the 20 to about the 18. It's going to bring up an interesting call here for Mike Tice on 3rd and 5 from the American team 18-yard line. And notice next door, you've got some former NFL guys right in that room over there that are doing the television call of this thing, and they're a part of you guys too. They're a part of your organization.
Yeah, Michael Vick, that's one. Charles Davis, Joe Blatt. I mean, that's an
all-star team. It's an all-star team. Yeah.
So Fox has been unbelievable to us, and we appreciate them. They're just a great television partner.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, they just really sell it out for us.
Bowie. Product Amir Hall throws it incomplete on 3rd down, and it's going to be 4th and 5 here. And I think Mike Tice is probably going to bring on Justin Yoon to try and kick this one through. It's funny to see two of those golden helmets go out there as the punter is also Tyler Newsome from Notre Dame. He'll hold for Yoon on this field goal attempt. He's on the left hash, and he'll spot it at the 26 for the hold. This will be a 36-yarder. He's missed a 44-yarder earlier in this game. Can he knock this one through? It is up, and it is... Oh, it hits the upright.
We've had that going on.
The right hand upright and comes back into the field of play. It is no good from 36. And at 2:19 to go here in the third quarter, 7-7, the score will remain. And as we see it on the replay around the stadium, it was nobody's fault. That was straight down the pipe there. He just didn't angle it good. And Ed Reed throws his hands up in celebration, like he had anything to do with that field goal.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
I know the word is starting to get out. We've said it before on this broadcast, founded in 2012.
Right.
But the word is starting to get out amongst the guys that are a part of your organization. And now you're seeing guys, you may have to turn some guys away before it's over with wanting to coach in this game. It's becoming a bit of a popular thing to do for your guys that are in the association.
And that's a great problem to have. We have a lot of former players who are very eager to give back. One of the things that they really, really are excited about is giving back to the next generation of players. So we are just excited to be able to give them that platform.
This is the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning of the third quarter. Trayvon McMillan catching the pass, the running back out of the backfield out of Colorado, able to get up to about the 31-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 5, and a little bit of a break here for the 2-minute warning of the third quarter.
He kind of bailed out Juwan Lawson there. Juwan Lawson looked like he was about to take a sack, and it was able to pitch it over to him and picked up some positive yards on that.
So the American team with the football, we're in quarter 3. It is 7-7. The national team, a 4-yard touchdown run from Wes Hills of Slippery Rock. And the American team with the passing touchdown as Juwan Lawson able to hit Donald Parham for 19 yards after an interception by Nate Brooks, and we're at 7-7. You are doing so much through the week in organization and getting the wheels going in a lot of the events that are going on in association with the event itself, and then the players and being housed in transportation, and I can go on and on. But do you ever get a chance to just kind of watch practice and be impressed by some of these guys that are coming up?
Sure. Do we have a tremendous team here who is all hands on deck when it comes to facilitating the operations, hospitality, as you mentioned, equipment from field maintenance. And so it is enjoyable. But the thing I like to watch the most is the scouts that are really impressed. Like, I like watching the scouts watch the practice.
All right.
Yeah.
Because that's what we That's our purpose.
Yeah.
That's
your product.
That's our product.
Yeah.
And when you get 298 scouts, general managers, owners sitting around, crossing arms, pointing, that's the purpose.
Yes.
Like, because these kids want to get an opportunity. This is their interview.
Absolutely.
Now, we are trying to make the whole young man.
Yes.
But we understand the reality. The purpose of playing that game is, they want to get a little sprinkle of that. But for the most important, they want an opportunity to play on Sundays.
That's
and
correct.
so we respect that.
That's
and
correct.
that's what's been so nice about it.
2 years ago, you were across town. You get to the Rose Bowl, the last two editions of this game. I know you're pleased as punch to be here in this setting.
Yeah. It was a bit overwhelming at first because, look, he's talking about the Rose Bowl.
Right. It's the Rose Bowl.
And so, but I tell you what, the amenities, the hospitality, the Rose Bowl, administration, marketing team, PR team, they have been unbelievable. And the great thing about it, you kind of have a built-in system because about a couple of weeks ago, there was 120,000 people in there.
Yeah.
So it's so they're like used to it. So it's like pressing buttons for them to come in. Oh, you need, support, boom. You need PR, boom,
And it's got to be a lure for some of the players too.
Yeah, well, LA is the lure.
Yeah,
of course. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys come from Central Idaho and all these different places where they were great athletes. So look, I get a chance to play in Los Angeles.
Right. Exactly. Before Scouts.
The City of Angels, before Scouts, weather, nice, and just everything about LA is just very, very attractive to everybody involved.
Lawson able to hit the tight end Lucero, David Lucero out of UTEP, and a first down at the 40-yard line. A nice little fake handoff, and then hitting Lucero on the out pattern to the left side of the field, the far side. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line for the American team. Lawson shotgun this time. Looks to throw. Makes a pump fake. Down the field. Got a man. Overthrew him. Can't pull it in at the sideline down at the opponent's 40-yard line. Intended for the wide receiver Nahari Crawford out of Duquesne. But Duquesne made a valiant effort putting one hand up, trying to pull that one in and getting a foot inbounds. Defended that time by the national team's Montre Gregory out of Bowling Green State. First time we've had a chance to mention Montre.
Carl, you must be doing something right. Everybody seems to be getting your scouting director and pulling them away from you. Tony Softly first, then Doug Whaley. I mean, you're doing something right when other people want your scouting director.
Yeah.
So I know you're giving these guys, you're finding the right guys for the NFL.
Right.
Because, everybody wants some of this NFLPA action.
Oh, for sure. No. We've had some great general managers per se to help us build this game, and we are very appreciative of the work that all of them have done to help make this game what it is. And like you said, this year Whaley is leaving, which is we're very happy for him.
Absolutely.
And he's a young aspiring executive in this business, and but there are a lot of other guys that's out there waiting for that.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
City View Sportscast is proud to bring you Mineral Ridge Rams football on the Madurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week. And now from the stadium with tonight's call, here's Matt Lipsack and Matt Emsch.
The Friday night lights are shining in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Welcome in to the Madurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emsch here with you from Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field, Mineral Ridge, Ohio, to bring you the Mineral Ridge Rams and the Waterloo Vikings. Welcome into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. A pleasure to be with you here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network. And Mineral Ridge looking to bounce back from last week's disappointing loss on a last-second field goal to the Jackson Milton Blue Jays. Mineral Ridge now among the ranks of one loss. Jackson Milton remaining unbeaten at 4-0. Mineral Ridge now 3-1. Waterloo, they got taken out back to the woodshed by the Springfield Tigers last week, 56-0 down in New Middletown. Waterloo coming in at 2-2. And, Matt, we're going to get to hear from Coach Brian Shaner in just a minute, but a disappointing game nonetheless for last week for Mineral Ridge.
Yeah, disappointing all around. It was super disappointing also for us in the booth calling the game. We make it no secret we are here for the Rams, and we're cheering as loud as anybody for them. And it was a tough loss, but as you'll hear from Coach Shaner, and I'll throw a little bit of what I've been taught throughout my life when it comes to losses. I've never been one at being good at losing, and when you have good teams and good players, you will occasionally have losses. And it is a good team with a good coaching staff, obviously, that can take that loss and learn something from it and not make those mistakes again. And you'll hear Coach Shaner mention those things, and I'm a true believer in that. And I think that this team is made of that type of metal. And you got two teams that are going to be looking to bounce back tonight. And I think we're going to be looking at an angry Rams football team in all black. I love it. My favorite color. I'm just fired up for some football.
I don't think we're ever going to know how it could have played out. But, of course, Owen Shingledecker, the quarterback from Mineral Ridge, injured in the first half of last week's game. They announced him in stadium with the starting lineup. So we look forward to seeing Owen back. I guess not under center, because Mineral Ridge doesn't go under center a whole lot, but we look forward to seeing Owen in the backfield for sure to help lead the Mineral Ridge offense. We're going to step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we will have our Youngstown Orthopedic Associates interview with Mineral Ridge head coach Brian Shaner. You are listening to the pregame show here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
With over 30 years of experience, Madurix Butcher Block in Mineral Ridge is a quality-driven company focused on great personal service. Our fresh meats are of the finest cut. We make a variety of burgers, sausages, and a full line of deli meats. Using our own smokehouse, we prepare different types of jerky, snack sticks, kibasi, bacon, hot dogs, and bone-in hams. When your tummy needs some relief, call 652-BEEF. That's 330-652-2333.
Jesse's Dairy Cove is a hometown favorite, located at 3743 State Route 46, across from the gazebo in Mineral Ridge. Enjoy all of your favorite ice cream. We have over 32 hard scoop and over 40 soft serve favorites. We also have a large food menu, including homemade chili sauce, sloppy joes, pulled pork, fresh cut French fries, and mac and cheese. This fall, we'll start our homemade cookie and party trays. Visit our website at justicedairycove.com to see our menu. At Justice Dairy Cove, we appreciate your business.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
If you love history, head over to YouTube and check out Blogging Through History. Hosted by Mineral Ridge High School graduate Chris Mowery, Blogging Through History visits historic sites to explore not only the well-known figures and events of the past, but also compelling stories that maybe you've never heard before. Chris would also like to wish his niece Amira Emsch and the Mineral Ridge Rams the best of luck for a successful 2023 season. Now back to the Badurix Butcher Block High School football game of the week on City View Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joan Lane Stadium. It is time for this week's Youngstown Orthopedic Associates coaches interview. It'll be Matt Emsch with Mineral Ridge head coach Brian Shaner. Take it away, boys.
Matt Emsch, City View Sportscast LLC with Mineral Ridge Rams head coach Brian Shaner. Coach, how you guys doing tonight?
Good. In the middle of a good week of practice and looking forward to get back on the field Friday night.
Now, unfortunately, you guys had a tough one against Jackson Milton last week. It was hard for us to call the end of it, but, that's part of the game. Sometimes you have wins and sometimes you have losses. How do you as a head coach deal with that? Because not only is the mind of a football player so extremely fluid, so is your coaching staff. So how do you deal with your coaches in dealing with a loss like that, and then turn that around and turn it into a positive atmosphere for the boys?
Well, we got to look in the mirror. That game really showed a lot about us. It really showed a lot about our defense and not being able to get off the field in critical situations to put our offense in a good spot to score. And it just shows some mental breakdowns from everyone involved. And it's a gut check time. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were going to be going into the season, or maybe we're just taking things for granted. Maybe we're resting on our last year's success. Not just our players, but coaches and everyone involved in our program. And, we got to get back to the basics and just start being us again and practicing really hard. And, it's a reality check, and it's a tough way to lose a game. But I know our boys, I know my coaching staff, and we're going to find a way to respond in a positive way.
I believe that, and I know that too. I spoke a little with you and with Coach Allen about, my playing days years ago. It seems like a second ago, but we were taught to take losses for what they are and get some positive out of it, try and get something good. So I know with the staff that you guys have that you will do it. Talking about that game coming up this week with the Waterloo Vikings, what can you tell us about them, what we should expect to see out of them on Friday?
Well, it's a scary game. It's a matchup that, we've kind of gave everyone the blueprint on how to attack us, and they do that. They run their quarterback a lot. The past 4 times we've played them, it's been a tight ball game. I mean, it's been a touchdown or 8 points that's decided that game. And, again, how do we rebound? How do we take care of ourselves? How do we get back to doing the things we do really well and putting Jackson behind us and really focusing on this week, because it's going to be a hard-fought game. Waterloo is well coached. They always are. They're always well prepared. And again, there's a blueprint out there, and people are following it, and they're going to attack us with their style of play. And we got to stop their quarterback from running the ball. Our defense has to get back to being our defense. We have to tackle better. We have to swarm and understand that if we do what we did against Jackson, we only give our offense 44 total plays. It's a hard way to win a football game. So I believe in our boys. I believe in that side of the ball. That side's got to be our bread and butter. We got to get our defense back on the field playing wild. And, we have to do it against Waterloo Friday night.
Well, this interview is not going to come out until pregame. So, it's up to you if you want to answer the question, Ron. How's your quarterback doing?
I'm going to tell you right now, he's working his tail off to get back in there. I'm not going to play him if he's not 90%. I just don't think that gives us the best opportunity to win. Herb's been trained to be our quarterback since he's been in 7th grade. So he's ready to pull the trigger back there. He's a great player, whether he's at running back or quarterback. He's having a great week of practice. He's a great leader as usual. So, again, we go into that game, the adrenaline starts pumping, and Shingledecker's ready to go. We're going to see him early. If it's not, and I think he's a little bit gimpy and going to kind of hold us back a little bit, I'm going to go with Herb, and Herb's going to do a great job.
Well, we look forward to doing that and calling the game. And, I want to finish up with this last question because, it always seems to come up between you and I. And it's just because I feel it's so important. We talk about that third phase and how important it is. And you were, a little concerned about that third phase special teams going into last week's game. How did you guys work on it this week to right the ship, so to speak, in some of those areas?
Well, we lost our long snapper to concussion, and we don't have him back yet. So, we're figuring things out, just like every coaching staff with injuries. And again, our kickers are all soccer guys, so we don't have them around a lot. And you know what it is? It's just tightening down in that facet of the game. And I thought our guys did really good with Jackson's onside kick. We didn't give him one back. our first punt was kind of botched because, it was new. You know what I mean? We're going into trying something new. And I feel really good about that phase with us right now. I think we're pretty solid in it. Again, it's just us getting back to being us, doing the little things right, and then things will take care of itself. We got a great football team, and I really look forward to seeing them on Friday night, how they respond after a loss.
No, we can't wait for it. We're excited about it. And Coach Shaner, good luck this Friday. We will see you there at the game.
Thank you so much for all you guys do.
Thank you.
Back inside Joe Lane Stadium, that was our Youngstown Orthopedic Associates coaches interview with Mineral Ridge head coach Brian Shaner. We're going to step aside for 2 minutes. When we come back, kickoff between the Rams and the Vikings. You're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
If you are seeking a skilled photographer in Northeast Ohio with experience in capturing documentary-style photographs for various occasions such as family events, weddings, graduations, sporting events, and other special occasions, look no further than Colleen Moore Photography. Accessible via ColleenMoorePhotography.com, or she can be reached at 330-314-7547. Colleen sends her best wishes to the Mineral Ridge Rams for a fantastic season. Go Rams!
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house.
SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solutions. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
SNK, painting your house today.
Experience nature's bounty with Creation's Backyard. Elevate your health with the most nutrient-dense foods on earth. From farm to table, sustainably cultivated with care. Grown locally in Niles, Ohio with no chemicals or synthetics ever. Unlock your culinary creativity with Creation Backyard Microgreens. Convenient local delivery and pickup options available. Order now at creationsbackyard.com or call 330-282-7208.
Action Physical Therapy is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy company serving the Mahoning Valley for over 20 years. With 5 convenient locations in Hubbard, Cortland, Kinsman, Salem, and Mineral Ridge. Action Physical Therapy can handle all of your physical therapy needs. Action Physical Therapy will create a unique plan made specifically for you. Call us at 1-8333-BEST-PT to schedule your evaluation today. Check us out at myactionpt.com. Get back in action with Action Physical Therapy. And as always, go Rams.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network. Now back to the Beduricks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emch here with you. We're just waiting for them to put 12 minutes up on that SNK Painting fourth quarter clock. Waterloo going to kick it off to start this one. Aaron Hart, the man eyeing the tee for the Waterloo Vikings. And Matt, I bet Ridge is probably pretty happy they're going to hit the ball on offense first.
Yeah, they've got to be excited. And, they've got all of their players back. And like you had alluded to, we'll never know what would have happened if their quarterback, if he didn't get hurt last week, and he's back. So seeing them fully loaded has been very exciting so far this season, and I'm ready to see them go.
All right, maybe we were missing the kicking ball is what was going on there as the side just ran it out to the tee. So Aaron Hart, arm in the air, the whistle has blown, puts his right foot into it, drives it deep. You can roll for initiative. We're underway. That's going to be fielded at about the 15. Bringing the ball ahead and fumbling it out of bounds, and I think that might have been recovered inbounds. Fumbling the ball out was number 16, Caden McCune. Are they going to rule recovery? Yes, they are.
I mean, we're standing right here. It looked like he grabbed the ball in the white from what I always thought about football.
I think the ball was over the white, but I think he had both feet in bounds when he had possession of that.
Okay, well, there you go. 2 weeks in a row, a special team snafu for the Rams. So defense back on the field right away, and hey, they're fired up. They're ready to go. You make a small mistake, you get on top of it, you forget about it, you get to the next play, and you get it back. So let's see what D does. Remember, bend but not break. So let's get it back, guys. Let's roll.
So ball at the Mineral Ridge 25. First and 10 for the Vikes. Shotgun. Carrying the ball is number 9, Dakota Finney, around the right side. No, check that. That's 19. And that's going to be Jaden Haken taking it all the way to the goal line. And there is a flag on the play. We'll see if it's a face mask as he took it down to the 1 yard line.
Yeah, they definitely were not ready for it. He just followed his blockers, and his offensive line did a good job making a hole for him, and he did a very good job just waiting for him to open. Not a good start for what we want to see here in this stadium tonight, but things can be rectified quickly, everyone.
I would imagine it's a face mask on Ridge on the tackle. Shotgun up the middle, untouched, into the end zone. Jaden Haken for the touchdown. And 24 seconds off the S&K Painting first quarter clock. Waterloo 6 and Mineral Ridge nothing with the extra point pending. As we look at that Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard, and Matt, you said it, what a disastrous start for Mineral Ridge.
Yeah, you have a tough loss. You have an extremely hard week of practice. Everybody's got the right mindset, and then you have something like that happen. Definitely not a good start.
Snap is back, hold is down, but I think we had a jump by Waterloo, and it is going to be a false start.
Move it back. And we don't know how good their kicking team is. No, it is not a long kick, even with them moved back a little bit, but it makes a difference, and it can throw the mind, especially of a high school kicker, off. So if they miss it, we know what that 1 point can do to a game.
We absolutely do. All right, so it'll be a 25-yard extra point try. Low snap, and it's blocked.
Yep. What I'm telling you. That point, everyone, as we saw last week, it comes into play, and it comes into play immediately. Remember that point. That could come in tonight. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope they right the ship immediately. They're excited. What I like in this, too, after a hard loss like that and a tough week of practice, is to game one. You got all these things that you want to correct. You got all these things that you want to fix. You've got a lot of butterflies. That's what that was at the beginning of the game, and it was a mistake. I believe they're going to correct it, and they're going to get on board and get things going.
So, again, we checked that S&K Painting first quarter clock, just 24 seconds in, 11:36 left in this first quarter. It is Waterloo 6 and Mineral Ridge nothing as we check the Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard. We're going to keep it right here as Aaron Hart comes out for another Youngstown Orthopedic Associates kickoff. 66 degrees and sunny here in Mineral Ridge, and I do mean sunny. There's not a cloud in the sky, but Matt, that sun going right in our face, absolutely brutal.
Yeah, you and I are both still wearing shades, and I'm using the beam in between the window to kind of block the sun because it's hard to see.
All right, Aaron Hart. Right hand in the air, right-footed kicker, prepares to tee it up at the 40. He's going to drive it deep again. Coming ahead to feel it is Rozzi, 15, 25. Makes move to the middle, 30. Backwards a little bit. He's going to get tackled forward across the 30. We'll call it the 32. Nice return there by Julian Rozzi.
Yeah, good field position to start this offensive series. We have seen this offensive line just dominate this season. They had some mistakes last week. They came up against a team who had a decent defensive line. But for the most part, they still dominated most of that game. So I expect them to do well on this series.
And they're actually going to give Rozzi the 33, so 18 yards on the return. First and 10, and Ridge comes out with 4 wide receivers. Sidecar to the right, And actually, Herb's going to be the one under center. Sidecar to the right is Russell. Coming in motion is McCune. He's going to hand it up off the middle to Russell. He's going to make a move off left tackle and fall ahead toward the 39-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 upcoming.
You know, he's been our player of the game twice so far in this short season already, and there's a reason for that. Every time he touches the ball, you just have that feeling in your gut that he could just break a really long one.
Now 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Herb going to keep it this time on the read option. Gets across the 40, gets tripped up. I think he's going to fall just short of the first. We'll see where the near side judge marks him.
Cody Enck, number 7, the senior on the tackle.
They actually mark it right at the... Say, if it's 3rd down, it was 3rd down and 1 inch. Herb's just going to take it, power through the hole. He still hasn't been tackled, and now finally falls forward across the 50.
I'm going to be honest with you. That was a premature whistle because he was still moving forward. He was never stopped.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knew where the
ball was.
Unless they say that he did hit the ground there.
He was up.
As he hit the 48.
Yeah, that, I don't know. I obviously, again, I'm not trying to use it as an excuse, but we both have sun in our eyes right now. It's kind of hard to see at one point.
I thought he was still up, but they are going to, looks like they're going to spot at the 48, which is still a first down. And honestly, where they spotted the ball in the last play, it should have been a first down.
Yeah, it should have.
All right, but 1st and 10, ball at the Mineral Ridge 48-yard line. So we're at 10:23 left, and now here it's Balestrino on the end around. Gets around the right side, got the corner, going to get maybe 5 out of it as he gets down near the Waterloo 46-yard line.
We got a Waterloo player down. I think that was a tackler, too. Can you see the number there, Matt?
I believe that is number 9, Dakota Finney.
Yeah, he's who made the tackle. And, you have, unfortunately, we've been seeing some teams over the last few weeks that don't have very many people. Like Jackson Milton couldn't afford to have lost anybody. I'm going to tell you right now, looking at the numbers on Waterloo sidelines, they cannot afford to lose a starter.
And, in Jackson Milton, we saw a few of their players go down a couple times during the game with cramps.
Yeah. Cramp is still a problem. It's still, hot. And then you throw on X amount of pounds of equipment, and you're fired up. It gets you, cramping. I cramped. I asked you. My man Matt got me a Gatorade, and thankfully the player's up, and he's hurting a little bit though.
Yeah, hobbling off the field is again number 9 Dakota Finney. So hope he's all right. Starting linebacker and tight end for this Waterloo Vikings squad.
2 of the most important positions on both sides of the ball. Tight end, in my opinion, the most underutilized weapon in every level of football.
So 4 wide receivers, shotgun. Herb to take the snap. Low snap and handles it with one hand. He's going to run it right ahead. Runs in the middle line, breaks a tackle, gets across the 40 to the 35. And I think he's pushed backward at about the 34.
We saw a few of those, low snaps last week. It was something that concerned us and actually came into play. Let's hope that they get that, corrected. You heard in Coach Shaner's interview that their long snapper has been injured. I don't know if he's back, but, center needs to get that ball up a little bit on those higher snaps.
Gain of 11, 1st and 10. They mark it at the 35. Herb hands it off. Russell. Up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets down near the 40. I think they're going to mark him down near the 30. I think they're going to mark him at the 31 and on a gain of 4.
We have a special shout out to a special person. The Rams team, coaches, family, and entire stadium would like to tell Harry Bittner that we are all fighting for you and all behind you, wishing you nothing but the best. Love your family and your Rams.
Herb trying to break a tackle as he called his own number there, and he got stuffed at the line of scrimmage, pushed backwards by Jaden Haken, starting quarterback who also doubles as a defensive back. And he's only going to lose 2, however.
So we'll call it 3rd and 8.
He came in, filled nicely, but, you know, Ian Erb is a big boy, and he is not easy to push back. So,
And, you know, Matt, they stood him up. I don't know if they ever actually got him to the ground.
no, he was standing the whole time.
All right, shotgun. Four wide receivers, 3 to the right. Sidecar to the right is Russell. Back to pass, looking right, going to roll that way. Still rolling. Has a man wide open. It's Balestrino. Did he get a foot down? He did.
He is just absolutely phenomenal. I'm not just saying this because we're covering the Rams. He has to be one of the top 5 receivers in the Valley.
And in the words of Brian Shaner, I don't know who can cover Brady Balestrino. And right there, nobody did, as that is a gain of 25 down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for Ridge. Shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Sidecar to the left is Russell. Man comes in motion. That's Balestrino. They give it to him. Balestrino to the 5 and hauled down by Eric May, the defensive backup in run support. We'll call it a gain of 3, maybe 4.
This is usually where this big offensive line does their job. They love to, as I say, take them behind the woodshed, especially down by the goal line. They've had a really good season so far when they're down here.
So they did give Balestrino the 4. They had a whistle to stop the clock. Not 100% sure why, but now we're back to action. 4 wide receivers, 3 wide to the right. Right up the middle, pushing the pile.
There you go, baby.
Touchdown! Ian Erb from 4 yards out pushes the pile into the end zone, and with 7:55 remaining on that S&K painting first quarter clock, the Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 6 and Waterloo 6 with the extra point pending.
And, you know, just like we talked about on that last hiccup, we'll call it, at the beginning of the game, they came back and they got those points back. Now about to hopefully go up by 1.
Landon Powell, the extra point. Erb handles the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Yeah, baby.
We checked that Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard, and it says Mineral Ridge 7 and Waterloo 6. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds. You're listening to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
Now back to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
Back inside Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field. A 10-play, 67-yard drive for Mineral Ridge. That took about 4 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock, resulting in a 4-yard rushing touchdown for Ian Erb.
Good job getting those points back and going up. And like we had said before, just like last week, we found out the importance of 1 point in the game of football.
Landon Powell to kick it off from the near hash. Mineral Ridge going from right to left here in the S&K painting first quarter. And we'll see what Powell does. Waterloo lined up, looks like, 6 men strong on the 50. They're looking for that sneak onside kick as Powell drives it deep. Fielded at the 12-yard line, carrying it ahead are the Vikings. They're going to go right up the middle, flag on the play. As bringing that kick ahead.
I think there was some holding going on there.
Say it's not number 10. I think it's number 12. Landon McLean.
They've done a good job so far opening holes when they need them. Their running backs are definitely patient, and we did have a hold on that kickoff.
So that's going to wipe out an 18-yard return. He got it to about the 30. See where they're going to put it down. I think they're going to spot the ball at the 22. Man comes in motion as Vikings were in the shotgun. Going to be quarterback keeper. Haken takes across the 25, gets tackled for about a gain of, we'll call it 7. He got out near the 29.
Amy Russell and her family want to wish the Mineral Ridge cross country team good luck at their meet tomorrow at Spartan Invitational. Tomorrow at Boardman High School. Varsity boys start at 2 p.m. We have a player down for the Rams right now.
Cannot get a number on that right now.
Everybody holding their breath on the Rams sidelines. That is number 3.
That'd be Julian Russell.
Looking at his ankle, I think, right now.
7:36 left on that S&K Painting first quarter clock. Again, the Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 7 and Waterloo 6.
Good job, Julian Rossi up, and that they don't want that one of their few seniors to be down on the field.
So we're called 2nd and 3 as we prepare to get back to action. They wind that first quarter clock. Vikings break the huddle. 2 tight ends, 3 wide receivers. Haken in the shotgun. Man comes in motion, going to hand it off on the jet sweep. That's Haru, and he gets strung out. I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage, Matt.
Chase Moore came in, one of our players of the game from last week, that sophomore. He is just a magnet on that field for that ball. He read that play beautifully and just shoved him down right out of bounds. Great job.
And they're going to say he did lose a yard.
Not a surprise at all to me.
3rd and 4 ball at the Waterloo 28-yard line. Shotgun. No one man in the backfield. That is Austin Hurst. Man comes in motion. That was Faroof. They fake the handoff. And Haken going to try to go around the right side, and he will get absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, Ian Erb read that play absolutely perfectly. Also tried to strip the ball at the end there. Good heads-up play by Ian Erb. Dunlap's Repair Service would like to wish Christian Dunlap and the Mineral Ridge Rams a successful season. For all your plumbing and backflow needs, you can call Joe and Noah Dunlap at 330-718-8650. Go Rams.
And it will be Aaron Hart to punt. 4th and 2. Low snap. It bounces back to Hart, but he's not under any pressure, and he's able to get the punt away. Erb's going to watch it go out of bounds.
Nice kick considering.
Very nice kick. It bounced out of bounds at about the 38. We'll see where they actually mark it. Actually, they're going to put it at the 36. So a very nice punt.
Yeah, he got that away just at the right time. If the Rams would have sent some heat, they would have definitely blocked that, and they have blocked the kick already this year.
34-yard punt for Aaron Hart. 5:45 left on that S&K Painting first quarter clock. Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says 7-6. Mineral Ridge on top. Shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Erb hands it off to Russell right up the middle and gets submarined. Nice tackle there by Dakota Finney, who was shaken up earlier. Nice to see him back in action.
Yeah,
and hold Jacob Russell to what I believe is going to be no gain.
Let me tell you something. He took him on where you need to, low. Everybody has learned a very hard lesson when they take him up high. They get smashed.
You cannot tackle Jacob Russell up high. He is too large of a human being. 2nd and 10. Erb on the option. Pitches to Russell. Has room to work. 40. 45. Breaks a tackle to the 50. Pushing tacklers. And they are going to finally corral him right at midfield. 14-yard run for Jacob Russell. And a first down.
And you know what I love about that play? He got stuffed. That's the game of football. You throw it back at each other. He got angry. He got everything and more back. And he puts pain into those defensive players.
And, you know, Matt, Jacob Russell actually averages 0.2 per carry more than Ian Erb on the season. Russell comes in at 6.8, Erb at 6.6. And now it's going to be Erb calling his own number. Off left guard. Gets across the 45, falls forward toward the 41. We'll call it a gain of 9 for Ian Erb.
You know, the one thing that the Rams need to keep doing is making a mental note to really hold on to that ball. I've gotten a little nervous with a couple of these runs because the Vikings are trying to smack it out of there. We haven't obviously lost it since that kickoff, but start holding on tighter, boys.
And, Matt, I think this is the first time we've seen Preston Holbrook in the backfield, but here Erb's going to keep it on the read option, gets across the 30, 25, breaks a tackle, 20. Hankey trying to push him toward the sideline and finally wrestles him out of bounds inside the 15.
What a play. What a run. And he threw a mean stiff arm at him, and he ended up standing again at the end of the play. He has not, many times, if any, been brought down by one person.
Yeah, Hankin got everything he wanted and more there in the secondary. I believe that was a gain of 26. 1st and 10 for Mineral Ridge. Ball at the Waterloo 15 at the right hash. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Erb right up the middle again. Holbrook throws a nice block as Erb gets across the 11 down to the 10.
Yeah, we are big fans of Mr. Holbrook on both sides of the ball. He is just as mean on offense as he is on defense. Does a great job blocking, and he filled nicely right there for Ian.
I think the word violent gentleman is what I want to use.
That is actually perfect. I'm going to adopt that once in a while.
You like that?
Taught me a few things today.
Something you pick up a thing or two. It's more a hockey parlance, but I think it applies to him here perfectly. It's Erb up the middle across the 10, falls forward down near the 7. So we'll call it 3rd and 2.
And the game of football and hockey very similar in many ways.
Collision sports, not contact sports. No. They are collision sports.
They are. And again, just that left side of that line already starting to get in their form, doing a really good job at opening up some holes there.
4 wide receivers, Erb in the shotgun, Holbrook to the right. Erb right up the middle, lowers his head, pushes the pile. Going to get the first down, and he is inches short of that goal line, but it is going to be 1st and goal for the Rams inside the 1-yard line.
Tell you what, Zach Stacy just took his man and took him completely out of the entire play. He was over on the Rams sidelines, I think.
Shotgun, Erb up the middle, untouched, into the end zone. Touchdown, Mineral Ridge.
Great job. Again, ran up through the middle of that line, that center and those 2 guards. I think he ran right in between Stacy. Again, doing a great job for blocking for those boys that run the ball. Those offensive linemen, defensive linemen for the Rams have just been outstanding so far this year.
Landon Powell on to try the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is good. 2:32 left on the S&K Painting first quarter clock. Jesse's Dairy Co. scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 14 and Waterloo 6. We are going to step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
S&K, painting your house today. S&K, painting your house
S&K Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solutions. Call S&K Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
S&K, painting your house today.
Now back to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
A touchdown run by Ian Erb gives Mineral Ridge a 14-6 lead over the Waterloo Vikings as we check that Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard. 2:32 left on the S&K Painting first quarter clock. And Matt, of the 64 yards on that drive, 50 rushing by Ian Erb, 14 by Jacob Russell. All 8 plays on that drive, rushes for the Rams as they are beginning to, the offensive line beginning to find some traction here as Landon Powell prepares for our Youngstown Orthopedic Associates kickoff.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job.
Powell drives it very deep. That one's going to go over the head of McLean and into the end zone for a touchback. That may be the first touchback on the season that we've seen from Landon Powell. He kicked the laces off that ball.
He did. It was nice. Have some quick scores for you. Poland up 13-0 over Hubbard, keeping their undefeated play going. Springfield 19-0 over Matthews, 20-0. And as we know right here, Rams up 14-6 on the Vikings.
Looking forward to that Mineral Ridge and Springfield game here in a few weeks. Unfortunately, I won't be here. I will be calling a Youngstown Phantoms game at the Cavelli Center on Western Reserve Run. But Jim Craven's going to have the action for us.
Yeah, I'll be there with him and Coach Gessler. I'll miss you.
I'm going to miss you more, though. As it's handed off to McLean, he is blown up in the backfield by a pair of defensive linemen for the Mineral Ridge Rams. I think I see one of the Moore brothers down there on the bottom of the pile. I think I also saw Ian Erb.
Yeah, you had Chase and Ian Urban there, and I think Zach Stacy also was a big part of that tackle. He took a double team on that play.
And we're going to call it a loss of 3. And if my darling wife Amanda is listening, please ask our child not to FaceTime video call me during the game. Thank you. Shotgun snapped, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, sidecar to the left as Haken rolls to the left, looks downfield. That pass is tipped right at the line. I believe that was it Holbrook or was it Matt Monnier?
I think that was Holbrook. Yeah, Holbrook did a great job. That thing almost changed sides of the field, almost a turnover there.
So we're going to call it 3rd and 13, ball at the 17 as Waterloo going from left to right here in the SMK Painting first quarter. Ball at the 17 on the, well, it was at the far hash. Now they're going to walk it back in the middle of the field.
That's a sign of a good offense and defense. As you learned already what you were doing wrong, they're already correcting their mistakes and playing so well.
And timeout. Waterloo, or are they going to say the play clock needed to be reset? They are going to say timeout, Waterloo. We will be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Badurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Action Physical Therapy is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy company serving the Mahoning Valley for over 20 years. With 5 convenient locations in Hubbard, Cortland, Kinsman, Salem, and Mineral Ridge. Action Physical Therapy can handle all of your physical therapy needs. Action Physical Therapy will create a unique plan made specifically for you. Call us at 1-8333-BEST-PT to schedule your evaluation today. Check us out at myactionpt.com. Get back in action with Action Physical Therapy, and as always, go Rams.
Now back to the Badurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
Matt Lipsack and Matt Emscher with you at Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field, Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Just another gorgeous night for football here in the Mahoning Valley. Week 5 already, Matt. Where has the early part of the season gone here?
Football season seems like it's over before it even starts. Fastest 10 weeks in sports.
All right, shotgun, 4 wide receivers, actually 5 wide receivers. His man comes in motion. Haken back to pass, looking right now. He's going to run. Breaks. No, could not break the tackle of Jacob Russell. Got him around the ankles. Got back to the 19, but it's going to be 4th and 11. And we will see if Waterloo runs out the punt team once more.
Yeah, they're heading out right now. They're not going to take any chances with the way that defense is playing. That defensive line, those middle 3 just doing such a good job already.
So the punter will be number 21. Aaron Hart had a 34-yard effort in his first try here this evening. Snap is much better this time. Punt is away, but this one little higher than it is long. Bounces it to 50, gets a nice roll, and goes out of bounds around the 44. Actually, you're going to give him the 43.
Getamy Drain, who specialize in residential, commercial, industrial drain cleaning services. Call 330-758-5031 or find them online. They would like to wish the Mineral Ridge Rams good luck in the season.
And we're going to call it a 38-yard punt that time. So a nice friendly bounce there for Aaron Hart. And Mineral Ridge is going to take over at their own 43-yard line. Shingle Decker into quarterback. Herb sidecar to the left. 2 wide receivers. Tight end of the backfield. Shingle Decker hands it off to Herb around right side. Breaks a tackle across the 50. Hauling tacklers to the 40.
Let's see. I'm counting 5 that were trying to bring him down. And
I think that's an accurate assessment, sir.
Yeah, he ran through that defense like they were basically margarine, butter, whichever you like better. Offensive line starting to really set into their own and do just a great job.
18-yard gain for Herb. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Shingle Decker looks right, throws right, has a man, it's caught. Coming right up the middle. Nice little hitch route there. Balestrino. He's going to get about 13 and a first down as he gets brought down at the 25. So we'll call it a 14-yard gain.
You know, what I'm starting to see happening on the offensive line is no penetration by the defensive line from the Vikings. They're really starting to play well. This is what we want to see for that Beast Award.
And Herb on the counter gets blown up in the backfield, pushing his way forward. That could have been a 4-yard loss. Herb able to push back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just as I say how well they've done at keeping that penetration through. They must have heard me down there on the D line. But Ian Herb doing a great job of getting just a little bit back.
And we're going to call it no gain on the play. Making that tackle was Brady Hakes, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play at the end of 12 as we check that Jesse's Dairy Co. scoreboard. Mineral Ridge 14 and Waterloo 6. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds. You're listening to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house
SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solutions. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
SNK, painting your house today.
Now back to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
First play of the second quarter, Ian Herb takes the handoff from the 25 down inside the 10 to about the 7. And we'll call that a gain of 18 and a first down for Mineral Ridge. As Matt, really the story of that first quarter, Mineral Ridge enforcing their will on the Waterloo Vikings. And if it wasn't for a fumble on the opening kickoff, we could see a different score right now.
Agreed.
Here's the snap. Shingledecker handoff. Herb hauling tacklers to the end zone. Touchdown. Ian Herb right up the gut for 7 yards. And his third touchdown of the game.
And that was right off of Zach Stacy's big rear. Great job by the only 4-year letterman off of this year's team. He is doing a great job. One of our players of the game, Zach Stacy.
13th touchdown of the season for Ian Herb. Landon Powell on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good. With 11:44 left on the SNK Painting second quarter clock, the Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard reads Mineral Ridge 21 and Waterloo 6. Got to step aside for. Oh, go ahead.
We got some scores here, real quick. Everybody, Poland up 16-0 on Hubbard. Hubbard having a rough 2 weeks. Looks like tonight's some of the same. Springfield is just all over Matthews, 27-0. And as you know, we have our score 21-6. And you want to take it or keep it?
No, we're going to keep it right here. As we'll go ahead and give some some unofficial stats as I'm trying to keep track on my phone during the game. I have Ian Erb with 15 carries and 115 yards.
Which in the
16 seconds into the second quarter, Ian Erb has 115 rushing yards. And again, all 3 touchdowns. Only two passes in the game. Ian Erb made a completion for 25 yards to Balestrino. Shingledecker, 1-for-1 with a 14-yard pass and catch to Balestrino. As we prepare to kick it off here, Landon Powell has it teed up on the left hash.
And, this is, obviously, unfortunately for the Vikings, they don't have backups. So they have guys playing both ways. They're getting really tired, especially those lines, the offensive and defensive lines, because the offensive and defensive lines for the Rams are dominating right now.
Powell puts the right arm in the air, goes for the run-up, and drives it deep. We have a flag, I think, offside on Mineral Ridge as that kick was caught by McLean about the 6-yard line. But I think we're going to do it again from the 35.
You have, I'll let one of those, yes, it's a mental breakdown, and any are supposed to be unacceptable. You're supposed to know your job and do it well for each of your teammates. But, when you're getting ready to run down the field, and throw your body into someone like a bullet, you get a little fired up, and I tend to let those ones slide a little bit one time.
It is hard to time up the run on a kickoff.
It is.
Because, just any sort of delay in the running motion by the kicker and you're offside.
Right.
It's almost like, you have to have a string connected to everybody next to you to try to get the timing right. As Powell going to tee it up again from the far hash for us as we are in the press box. And he's going to run forward, and now he's going to drive it deep again. We fielded by McLean at the 13-yard line, 15-20. 25 hesitates to the 30.
Great job.
And I think that's where we're going to put the ball in play.
No, we have Matt Monnier is limping up right now. I hope he's okay.
As they announced in stadium that Matt Monnier was in on the tackle.
Yeah, he was the one there, and he jumped up lipping a little bit. I hope he's all right.
So Haken comes in from the sideline, quarterback for this Waterloo Vikings squad, finds himself down by 15 with 11:37 left on that SNK Painting second quarter clock. Vikings break the huddle. It's like double tight end, 2 wide receivers, and a sidecar to the left. That is McLean. And comes across in motion. That's a number 10 who we don't have on the roster. That passes to McLean. Did he get it there? No. That pass bounced just short of Lynn McLean. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 upcoming for Waterloo.
Yeah, you had Ethan Pemberton and you had Caden McCune both doing great job covering right there as well. So dangerous pass throwing to both of those, double coverage on his receiver.
I know Pemberton has a defensive touchdown on the year. I don't know if he's one of our gentlemen with an interception or not. He does have an interception on the year. Interceptions belong to Lockard, Pemberton, and Shingledecker back there in the secondary. Man comes in motion, but keeping it is Haken around the left side. Tangled up by Balestrino right around the 35-yard line. We'll call a gain of 5, and 3rd and 5 upcoming for Waterloo.
Yeah, Brady Balestrino, one of my favorite players. I love all these kids, but, he is just one of those special ones. And, receivers are a special mentality kind of group. And, of course, you play both ways. And you're a receiver, you're most likely going to be playing defensive back. And he does a great job at both positions.
Vikings break the huddle. 3 wide receivers, tight end to the right, sidecar to the left, taking in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers are to the left. There's a jump by Mineral Ridge, and they did go into the neutral zone. This is probably going to end up being a first down.
Yeah, Chase Moore and another. I didn't see who the other one of them said. So
might have been Holbrook.
2 of our D linemen jumping off there, and they're just fired up again. One of those types of mental errors that when you're fired up, you're starting to pin those ears back a little bit because you get, it's kind of like with sharks with blood in the water. You start to notice, the guys you're playing against are starting to get tired and and hurt a little bit. So they're just getting fired up. Just watch the ball, boys. Keep an eye on the ball.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. I believe it's their second first down of the game as Haken's going to keep it. Slipping through his Holbrook, but then cleaning it up was Chase
Moore. Yes, it was. And he made up for that jumping off sides. And he came all the way from the backside and cleaned up there. So great job by Chase making up for jumping off sides there.
They're going to lose one. So we'll call it 2nd and 11. Ball at their own 39-yard line near hash. And the Vikings are going from right to left on your radio dial, computer screen, cell phone. I guess it depends on where you're catching us here on City View Sportscast. Proud part of the iMedia One Network. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Hagen looking right, throwing right. That one might be a lateral. No, they're going to call it incomplete as that one was intended for Eric May.
Yeah, Ian Erb tried his best to get there while it was still in the air, maybe snag it out of the air, but it hit the ground just before getting to the area. Defense just starting to really set into their own. They're reading very well. Everybody is getting to their responsibilities well. Good penetration, great pursuit. They have really cleaned themselves up since that boo-boo, we'll call it, at the beginning of the game.
3rd and 11. Ball to 39. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, faking the handoff. Haken throws a little bubble screen. With the catch is Haruf. Gets around the right side, out near midfield. I don't know if he got there. No, they're going to mark him 1 yard short. Could be 4th and 1. Ball at the 49.
Yeah, he just snuck by one of the defenders. I didn't see the number. It was so close. And if not for, I think Ian Erb stepping in right there, he definitely would have got that first down.
And I think down 15 here early in the second quarter, I think if you're Waterloo, you have to go for it.
Yeah, they kind of don't have a choice. This is a two-play area right now.
So 4th and 1, ball at the 49 on the far hash. Oh, 3rd and 1. Well, down marker says 4th. I have 4th down. As up the middle comes Haken, and he's going to get the first down.
Well, they open up a good hole on the left side. That's one of their best offensive linemen that I've been watching so far. Trying to catch his number. I've been missing it. I'll give the young man some credit. Let's see. That is Xavier Rebecki, I believe. Is
good job. Name. Yes. So 3-yard gain and a first down, ball at the Mineral Ridge 48-yard line. 9-10 and moving on that SNK painting. Second quarter clock. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Coming in motion is Haruf. Haken back, looking right, throwing right, looking for Haruf. Rossi almost broke that up. Instead, it's caught. Haruf gets and breaks a tackle and gets down inside the 30. In fact, they're going to mark him right at the 30 as Rossi had visions of a house call.
Yeah, he did. And he took his eyes off of just his responsibility for a split second for thinking about that INT, and he just missed right there, breaking that play up. Hey, the Vikings are doing well on this drive right now, but again, we got a really good defense who like to bend but not break at times. Let's hope that this is one of them.
3 wide receivers, trips left. Haken hands off to the man coming across, trying to get his number. I think that is 20, Eric May. He gets across the 30 and actually across the 25. We'll call it to the 23 on a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 upcoming for the Vikings.
And again, that left tackle, Xavier Rebecki, is opening up some holes for the Vikings. So they're following that left side of the line, doing a pretty good job on this series.
So again, 2nd and 3, ball at the Ridge 23, near hash, shotgun. 3 wide receivers, tight end right. Haken rolling left, he's going to keep it. Across the 20, gets the first down, across the 15, and falls forward near the 13-yard line is where they're going to put it down. A gain of 10 and a 1st and goal for Waterloo.
Brady Balestrino on the tackle there. We have a special shout out to a special person. The Rams team, coaches, families, and entire stadium would like to tell Harry Bittner that we're all fighting for you, sir. We're all behind you, wishing you nothing but the best. Love your family, your Rams.
Waterloo breaks the huddle. Double tight end right. Sidecar in the backfield. Hagen gets the snap, rolls right. He looks like he's going to keep it. He tucks it, but coming in way up on run support is Blake Basista. And Matt, what a defensive effort there by Basista as he strung that one out. And I think they're going to lose 3 on the play.
Yeah, he came all the way from the backside, and he should be excited as he was after he got up on that play. He did a great job reading it. I'm going to tell you what, who else I was extremely impressed by was Zach Stacy, the defensive nose tackle, chasing him down. He had some speed on him with them big wheels.
Shotgun upcoming for Waterloo. Haken going to keep it. Cross the left side, gets the corner, 15, 10, lowers his shoulder, and bulls his way ahead to the 9-yard line. And we got flags on the play.
That was Ethan Pemberton on the tackle.
I would have to think this is in the area of holding that.
Yeah, I agree. It's going back. I like some of those old linemen on the Vikings side of the field. They're having, a couple of them are having a good game.
So I think they're going to bring the ball back all the way to the 26-yard line.
Wow, that's a big one. That's a loss. Good for the Rams.
But, you know, the offense there for Waterloo has been humming. In fact, it looks like they're actually going to put it down at the 25. Shotgun for Waterloo. 3 wide receivers. Haken going to take it. Breaks a couple of tackles in the backfield. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no further. Could have been a 3-yard loss, but Norridge good to keep it at no gain.
Chase Moore and I believe, who is that right there? I think that was Pemberton who got in there on the tackle as well.
So 3rd and 22. And it's like timeout. Brady Balestrino limping off the field a little bit.
And I'm sorry, that actually was Justin Sedenik who had the tackle on that last play.
And we're going to go timeout Mineral Ridge. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on CityView Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
W&M Quality Roofing, LLC is an insured and bonded Mahoning Valley family-owned roofing business. At W&M, we treat your roof and home as if it's our very own. Give us a call at 330-647-0610 for a free estimate. Did you get damage from the latest storm? We also offer financing and specialists for insurance claims. For professional and efficient service, call W&M Quality Roofing at 330-647-0610. Now back to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on CityView Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium. Easy Whitaker Field, Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Again, just a beautiful night for football here in the Mahoning Valley. Matt Lipsack, Matt Emch here with you. Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week. S&K Painting second quarter clock says 5:54. Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard reads Mineral Ridge 21 and Waterloo 6. Waterloo driving, but a holding call has slowed the progression here. It is 3rd and 22. Ball on the Rams 25-yard line. Vikes need to get it down to the 3 for a first down. Shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Thought there was a false start.
Yeah, that
doesn't
sure
get called,
is.
and then breaking a tackle in the backfield was Landon McLean. Could have been a 5-yard loss. He's going to, however, turn it into just a 1-yard loss. Again, great penetration by the Mineral Ridge defensive line, and I think on 4th and 23, I'm pretty sure Waterloo's going to have to go for it here.
Yeah, Caden McCune coming up and finishing up that tackle, but I agree. That sure looked like there should have been a flag on that play.
As Waterloo's going to take a timeout. Matt, you have some Jesse's Dairy Cove out-of-town scores for us.
Yeah, we do on our other 2 channels on Western Reserve Radio 1 and 2. We have Poland up 16-0 on Hubbard. Sorry, Dave and Mark. And then we have Springfield just destroying Matthews 33-0 in the second quarter.
See, I've got McDonald 14, Jackson Milton 14 in the second quarter. I've got Canton Glen Oak 20 and North Canton Hoover 14. I have Western Reserve 7 and Louisville nothing.
Oh, okay.
That one in the second quarter. So 4th and 22. Actually, they gave McLean a back to the line of scrimmage there. I thought he was tackled short. No, the ball is at the 26. I had it right. I was looking at the scoreboard. It says the 25, but the ball is at the 26 as I almost lost my folder over the edge of the window here. Shotgun, 2 running backs. Haken looking left. Escapes the pressure. Throws now across the middle of the field. Touchdown! Wow. Matthew Ralston in front of a leaping Owen Shingledecker and a 26-yard passing touchdown from Jaden Haken to Matthew Ralston. As we check the Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard, Mineral Ridge 21, Waterloo 12, extra point pending.
Yeah, that was a perfect pass. I mean, you got to give them credit where credit is due. Offensive line had a ton of penetration. Quarterback almost got lit there, and he got it away, and he got it away perfectly, and it was a great catch. The coverage was there.
As unfortunately, Shingledecker just could not jump high enough.
There was a let's explain everybody. There was quite a size difference in height between those two.
So they're going to go for 2. Man comes in motion. That's Haroof. Takes the hand off.
Nowhere.
But Basista blows it up in the backfield. Coming in to clean it up. I believe that was Jacob Russell. And so the 2-point conversion is no good. We'll check the S&K Painting second quarter clock. 5:26 left. Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 21, Waterloo 12. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Verdurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
Now back to the Bedurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emsch here with you.
Hey, I wanted real quick, Zach Stacy was part of that tackle before the break. I have a quick score. My Ursuline Irish up 34-7 on Warren Harding in the second quarter.
My goodness.
Undefeated.
The Irish have been, the Irish eyes are smiling, we'll put it that way.
This season, undefeated so far.
Aaron Hart prepares to tee it up. So again, our Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard reads Mineral Ridge 21 and Waterloo 12. 26-yard passing touchdown from Haken to Ralston as this kick is fielded at the 10. Coming ahead is Rozzi. Tries to make a move, breaks one tackle, but is going to get corralled at about the 25-yard line.
Got, some of these Vikings fired up, which it should. They had everything kind of work out for them on that series, and now it's up to their defense to try and get that ball back. But this is an offense that has really come onto itself in this first half. Hopefully that they get lose a little bit of that energy while the other offense was on the field.
And, Matt, I would have to think if there has been one part where the Mineral Ridge defense has been deficient this year, it's been pass coverage and pass rush.
Yeah, for sure.
Herb up the middle on the handoff, going to fall forward for a gain of 2 to the 27. 2nd and 8 upcoming for Mineral Ridge.
Amy Russell and her family want to wish the Mineral Ridge cross country team good luck tomorrow at the Spartan Invitational. Bourbon High School varsity boys start at 2 p.m.
Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, sidecar in front. And to the left as Shingeldecker on the hard count draws the offside penalty. 5 yards. We'll make it a, 2nd and 3?
Have a couple quick scores. Poland still just destroying everybody. Poland up 23-0 on Hubbard. Springfield 41-0 on Matthews.
My goodness, as Shingeldecker to Herb. Up the middle, across the 35. Penalty flag comes in late, very late.
Yeah, moving that one, I would have to say had to be a late hit.
As that one goes forward for 5, and it might be a first down. We will see.
We have a hurt Viking on the field. That's, I think, number 7, Cody Ink.
That is what I'm seeing. Yes, he is down kind of crouched. He's sitting up as we look for the penalty call here. Face mask call.
Yeah.
And so we're going to tack on 15.
Definitely not what you want to do with this offense, that you got Shingeldecker in there with Herb now. You have all of your weapons at your disposal. You got to believe Coach Shaner is very happy with that situation.
So this one is going to get pushed forward to the...
Oh, he's a little woozy.
As slow off the field. Walking, however, is Cody Ink. Going to move the ball up to the 44. So, guess just the 5-yard face mask variety. Didn't know they still did that.
But me either. That's news to me.
But they are spotting the ball at the Mineral Ridge 44-yard line, and it is a first down and 10 for the Rams. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers, tight end. Shingeldecker looks left, finds Herb, throws a stiff arm across the 45, keeps his feet to the 50, 45, 40, makes a man miss. Another stiff arm, cuts to the middle, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Mineral Ridge.
What a beast. He is just tearing it up on this game. My God, he is just destroying this defense.
Ian Herb, 56 yards, and that was... 61 yards after the catch.
Yeah, I mean, he is just having an absolutely career night tonight. He is eating up that defense. Every one tackler who has tried to stop him, they have zero luck. And even when they have 5, they've had not much luck.
Second receiving touchdown of the season for Herb. 4th passing touchdown for Shingeldecker. The extra point by Powell is up and good. 4:27 left on that S&K Painting second quarter clock. Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 28 and Waterloo 12. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds. You're listening to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
With over 30 years of experience, Bedurks Butcher Block in Mineral Ridge is a quality-driven company focused on great personal service. Our fresh meats are of the finest cut. We make a variety of burgers, sausages, and a full line of deli meats. Using our own smokehouse, we prepare different types of jerky, snack sticks, kibasi, bacon, hot dogs, and bone-in hams. When your tummy needs some relief, call 652-BEEF. That's 330-652-2333.
Jesse's Dairy Cove is a hometown favorite, located at 3743 State Route 46, across from the gazebo in Mineral Ridge. Enjoy all of your favorite ice cream. We have over 32 hard scoop and over 40 soft serve favorites. We also have a large food menu, including homemade chili sauce, sloppy joes, pulled pork, fresh cut French fries, and mac and cheese. This fall, we'll start our homemade cookie and party trays. Visit our website at jessesdairycove.com to see our menu. At Jesse's Dairy Cove, we appreciate your business and wish good luck to the Rams.
If you love history, head over to YouTube and check out Blogging Through History. Hosted by Mineral Ridge High School graduate Chris Mowery, Blogging Through History visits historic sites to explore not only the well-known figures and events of the past, but also compelling stories that maybe you've never heard before. Chris would also like to wish his niece Amira Emsch and the Mineral Ridge Rams the best of luck for a successful 2023 season.
Experience nature's bounty with Creations Backyard. Elevate your health with the most nutrient-dense foods on earth. From farm to table, sustainably cultivated with care. Grown locally in Niles, Ohio with no chemicals or synthetics ever. Unlock your culinary creativity with Creation Backyard Microgreens. Convenient local delivery and pickup options available. Order now at creationsbackyard.com or call 330-282-7208.
Now back to the Beduricks Butcher Block High School football game of the week on CityView Sportscast.
Waterloo called for holding on the kickoff as it was returned by McLean up across the 40, but a holding call going to bring this back to the 17-yard line.
They had a great return, so thankfully those flags are mostly going towards the Viking side of the field tonight.
Haken going to keep it, tries the left side, gets to the 20 before he is gang tackled. I think first man in on it was Michael Lockhart.
He's lucky Justin Sedenik was just a little off getting him in the backfield there.
So we're going to call it a gain of 7 out to the 25, or rather gain of 8 out to the 25.
Got Derek Rakic at nose tackle. I hope Zach Stacy is okay.
Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, tight end right. Haken alone in the backfield, coming across to take the handoff is number 20, Eric May. He plows across the 30 and gets a first down out near the 35, and that is where they will put it down for the Vikings as they get a first down on the 5-yard gain.
Yeah, I'm a little curious about what's going on. I never saw Stacy go down. I hope he's all right because they're double teaming the heck out of Rakic there.
Nice to see Matt Monnier hustle onto the field. As Haken's going to take it himself. 35. Stepped out of bounds near the 40. And we'll see. I think they're just going to give him the 40.
I'm going to tell you what, Brady Balestrino let up a little bit there because he was thinking about being close to the sidelines, heads up play, because he could have decleated him on that play. And Brady leaving the field.
So ball at the 40, 2nd and 5. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, tight end right. Haken, empty set, coming across to take the handoff was McLean. Broke a tackle in the backfield, gets across the 40 to the 44, and steps out of bounds.
Yeah, that was freshman Derek Rakic, I believe, who just missed getting a sack, but he did a great job getting penetration there.
So 3rd and 1. Empty set again. 3 wide receivers to the left, double tight end right. Haken going to take it, but blowing through, but breaking the tackle was Haken. He got the first down. That was Matt Monnier there, ripped through. But Haken broke the tackle, got to the 45, and got the first down.
They are pulling guys in and out, giving some guys, some blows, getting them some time maybe to catch their breath, get some of the younger guys in, which, would be smart. You got the big games coming up soon, but you got to finish this one first.
S&K painting 2nd quarter clock running inside of 3 minutes. Another empty set, double tight end right. Coming across to take the handoff is May. 45, 50, gets across the 50 onto the Mineral Ridge half of the field. Tackled inbounds. And looks like they're going to mark him in about the 48.
Dunlap's Repair Service would like to wish Christian Dunlap and the Mineral Ridge Rams a successful season. For all your plumbing and backflow needs, you can call Joe and Noah Dunlap at 330-718-8650. Go Rams.
2nd and 3. Ball at the Ridge, 48. Empty set, 3 wide receivers left, tight end right. Coming across, take that handoff is May.
There
but blowing
you go.
It up in the backfield. Chase Moore and Preston Holbrook.
That was actually number 64, Derek Rakic, getting in there, Matt.
Oh, excuse me. I thought I saw 44.
Yeah, that's 64. That's the man over the middle right there. He's a freshman. He missed that one sack a few plays ago. He's playing really well. He's in for Zach Stacy right now. I don't know why Zach's not in. I hope he's all right.
Loss of 5 will be 3rd and 8. Ball on the Waterloo 47. Empty set. 3 wide receivers to the right. Haken rolling right. Thought about the jump throw, but down he goes on the sack. And at the bottom of that pile, Basista and Holbrook.
Yeah, Basista and Holbrook did a great job reading that play. Defense was just on this series. There's really nothing for the Vikings to do but kick that ball away.
Just a 3-yard sack.
Getamy Drain, who specialize in residential, commercial, and industrial drain cleaning services, call 330-758-5031 or online. We'd like to wish the Mineral Ridge Rams good luck in their season. We also are sorry for the loss in your family.
So I believe timeout Mineral Ridge with 1:26 left on that SNK painting. Second quarter clock as Brian Sheener looks to put more points on the board before the half.
Amy Russell and her family want to wish the Mineral Ridge Cross Country team good luck at their meet tomorrow. The Spartan Invitational at Boardman High School. Varsity boys start at 2 p.m. from Amy Russell and her family.
So 4th and 11, ball at their own 44, and out comes Aaron Hart to punt it away for Waterloo. Back deep, Ian Erb, he sets up around his own 25-yard line. Hart, good snap. Gets the right-footed boot away.
He's a kicker, boy.
And Erb feels it at the 21. Carries it, lost the football. It's going to roll out of bounds. As Ian Erb caught a break there.
You know, I mentioned this last quarter that they need to keep their heads in the game on holding on to that ball. The Vikings have been doing a good job, and they have been very consistent at slapping at that ball, at punching at it. So, you know, they saw some things that if you are, you know, doing that to the Rams, unfortunately, they've shown signs this year that they will put the ball on the turf if you know, guys are punching at it. So just a little something that they need to keep their mind on and just keep that ball high and tight.
So ball rolled back to the 19. That's where Mineral Ridge is going to put it in action. Shingledecker in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Coming in motion is Balestrino. Takes the handoff. Erb with the lead block. Balestrino ripped down up high. Could not get out of bounds as he got to the, call it the 23, maybe the 24.
A good job by number 20, Eric May, the junior, who came up and had a nice tackle on that play.
Timeout Mineral Ridge, they take their last one. We're going to keep it right here as that one went to the 23 on a gain of 4.
And I have some scores. Springfield up 43-0 on Matthews. No, I'm sorry, 50-0. Poland up 30-0 on Hubbard at the half.
So some less than competitive matches going on in the Mahoning Valley this Friday night. Again, we're in week 5 already. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emscher with you. City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network. Bedurk's Butcher Block High School football game of the week. 2nd and 6 for Mineral Ridge. Ball on their own 23-yard line. Shingledecker in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Erb to the left. Looks left, throws left. Caught by Balestrino. Jumped on immediately by Bobby Haroof, but not before a Mineral Ridge first down.
Yeah, and again, just like you said, Coach Shaner said he doesn't know of anybody that can really cover him. He just makes it look so easy, not only catching them, but making himself open.
Gain of 9 there for the Rams. Shingledecker back to pass again. Going to have to make a move. Breaks one tackle. Going to get hauled down from behind at the 28-yard line. and bringing him down. Come on, young man, turn your
I know,
front
I'm
to me
waiting
so
for
I
him
can see
too.
you. 19, that's
Yeah.
Jaden Haken.
Jaden Haken, the quarterback and senior defensive back. He did a good job. Good job on Shingledecker holding onto the ball. Those are one of the plays you hold your breath and hope that ball doesn't pop out.
And I think maybe Brian Shaner's seen enough from the first half here, as the game clock and play clock are only separated by a second. And so we're going to reach halftime here at Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. The Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 28 and Waterloo 12. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the halftime report here for you on the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
With over 30 years of experience, Bedurks Butcher Block in Mineral Ridge is a quality-driven company focused on great personal service. Our fresh meats are of the finest cut. We make a variety of burgers, sausages, and a full line of deli meats. Using our own smokehouse, we prepare different types of jerky, snack sticks, kibasi, bacon, hot dogs, and bone-in hams. When your tummy needs some relief, call 652-BEEF. That's 330-652-2333.
Jesse's Dairy Cove is a hometown favorite, located at 3743 State Route 46, across from the gazebo in Mineral Ridge. Enjoy all of your favorite ice cream. We have over 32 hard scoop and over 40 soft serve favorites. We also have a large food menu, including homemade chili sauce, sloppy joes, pulled pork, fresh cut french fries, and mac and cheese. This fall, we'll start our homemade cookie and party trays. Visit our website at jessesdairycove.com to see our menu. At Jesse's Dairy Cove, we appreciate your business and wish good luck to the Rams.
If you love history, head over to YouTube and check out Blogging Through History. Hosted by Mineral Ridge High School graduate Chris Mowery, Blogging Through History visits historic sites to explore not only the well-known figures and events of the past, but also compelling stories that maybe you've never heard before. Chris would also like to wish his niece Amira Emsch and the Mineral Ridge Rams the best of luck for a successful 2023 season.
Experience nature's bounty with Creations Backyard. Elevate your health with the most nutrient-dense foods on earth. From farm to table, sustainably cultivated with care. Grown locally in Niles, Ohio with no chemicals or synthetics ever. Unlock your culinary creativity with Creation Backyard Microgreens. Convenient local delivery and pickup options available. Order now at creationsbackyard.com or call 330-282-7208.
Now back to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. For tonight's halftime report, Matt Lipsack and Matt Emsch here with you on City View Sportscast, a proud member of the iMedia One Network. Your halftime scores, we checked that Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard. Mineral Ridge 28 and Waterloo 12. Mineral Ridge will be kicking off to start the second half. It was a very inauspicious start for Mineral Ridge as they got the opening kickoff, but it was fumbled by number 16, Caden McCune, and recovered by Matthew Ralston for the Vikings at the Mineral Ridge 25-yard line. First play was a 24-yard run by Jaden Haken down to the 1-yard line. And then he punched in himself on the next play. So 6-0 Waterloo early as the extra point was blocked. Mineral Ridge took the next kickoff, went 10 plays, 67 yards for a touchdown. That was a run by Ian Erb. After Waterloo punt, Mineral Ridge goes 8 plays, 64 yards for a touchdown. I believe on that drive there were 14 rushing yards by Jacob Russell and then 50 by Ian Erb between the 8 plays. Next drive is a punt for Waterloo, and then 5 plays, 57 yards for a touchdown by Mineral Ridge to make it 21-6. That was, I believe, a 1-yard one run by Ian Erb. After a 14-play, 70-yard drive by Waterloo, that they converted a 4th and 26, a pass from Jaden Haken to Matthew Ralston, who outleaped Owen Shingledecker in the end zone. So a 26-yard passing touchdown on 4th and 26. I'm sorry, 4th and 26 from the 28. That's what it was, because Waterloo could have gotten the first down there at about the 2-yard line. So, 28-yard passing touchdown for Waterloo to make it 21-12 as they went for the 2-point conversion and were not successful. Mineral Ridge on the next drive, 3 plays, 75 yards, a 56-yard little screenplay to Ian Erb that went the distance, and Ian Erb had to run 61 yards because he caught that one about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, broke about 3 tackles. There were a couple of stiff arms in there, some fancy footwork down around the 30 as he cut from the sideline to the middle of the field and then turned on the afterburners to make it 28-12. Waterloo, 7 plays, 27 yards, had to punt, and then Mineral Ridge only able to gain 9 yards in the final. I think it was minute 26, minute 14, something like that of the half before we went into halftime. Let's take a look at some first half stats. Ian Erb, 17 rushes for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jacob Russell, 4 rushes for 24 yards. Brady Balestrino, 3 rushes for 14 yards. Owen Singledecker, 1 rush for -4. I believe that was the sack. Owen Singledecker is 3 for 3 passing the ball for 79 yards and a touchdown. Ian Erb, 1 for 1 passing the ball for 25 yards. The receptions this evening, 1 catch for Ian Erb, 56 yards and a touchdown. Brady Balestrino, 3 catches for 48 yards. Has not made his way to the scoreboard yet. Let's take a look at the first half stats for the Waterloo Vikings. Jaden Haken, 14 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. Eric May, 4 carries for 14 yards. Landon McLean, 2 carries for 6 yards. And Bobby Roof, 1 carry for -1. Passing for the Vikings, Jaden Haken is 3 for 6 for 54 yards and a touchdown. No turnovers in the first. Oh, no, there was 1 turnover. It was on the opening play of the game. A fumble by Mineral Ridge. They did have a second fumble. Ian Erb lost a punt return, but luckily for the Rams, that one rolled out of bounds. Let's see if we can take a look at the team stats from the first half. Mineral Ridge, 15 first downs, 25 rushes for 156 yards, 4 passes completed for 104 yards, and 1 touchdown, 2 fumbles. 1 of them was lost, 3 penalties for 10 yards. They are 3 for 3 on 3rd down, and they have not attempted a 4th down conversion here this evening. Waterloo has 10 first downs, 23 rushes for 77 yards, 3 catches for 54 yards. There's 3 for 6 passing and a touchdown, 5 penalties for 35 yards, 2 for 8 on 3rd down, and 2 for 2 on 4th down. So I think, Matt, do you want to keep it here for some scores?
Yeah, I got some scores. Actually, I was just going to say Springfield just dismantling Matthews. They should be up at halftime. 50-0 is the last score. And Poland, who has shown last week with their huge win over Canfield, and right now at half, 30-0 on Hubbard. They are just having a very good year. And then the Ursuline Irish, they are up 49-7 on the Warren Harding Raiders right now.
We'll keep it on the Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard. We'll take a look at my Hoover Vikings. They are trailing Glen Oak by the score of 20-14. Big rivalry game going on there in Canton tonight. McDonald and Jackson Milton knotted up at 14. Lowellville and Western Reserve knotted up at 7. Let's see if we can get you some more scores from the Youngstown area at large. I've got Canfield 21, Cheney nothing. Canton Central Catholic and Alliance knotted at 27. United up 7-0 on Southern. We have 2 East high schools playing each other. I know one's Youngstown East. I don't know which.
Probably Akron East.
That could be Akron East. It is Youngstown East 8 and Akron East 7. Let's see, I've got Niles 10 and Lakeview nothing. South Ranks 27, Struthers 14. St. Mary Central Catholic 40, Sebring nothing. West Branch 42, Howland nothing. Farrell 22, Greenville 6. Padua Franciscan 23, Salem 7. Crestview 20. Campbell 6 is the Rebels looking for their first win on the year.
Just going to say that.
Beaver Local 34, Union Local 20. Don't know where this Riverside High School is from, but they're up 24-21 on Boardman.
Wow.
Sharon and Grove City, scoreless. Harrison Central, 12. East Liverpool, nothing. Fitch, 35. Stowe, Monroe Falls, nothing.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Fitch just told the state of Ohio that they are a team to be reckoned with after knocking off St. Ignatius last week. And as from the score you just gave me, again, what was I?
35-0.
They are just destroying Stowe. So Fitch definitely proving that they are, like I said, a team to be reckoned with. I hope that means that they are finally utilizing their absolutely lethal receiving core led by Dom Perry Jr. He is just, without a doubt, him and Balestrino, in my opinion, two best receivers in the Valley. Wow, Fitch is really turning it on. Ursuline, like I said, last score was like 49-7. It wasn't even halftime yet against Harding. So the Irish are just turning it on as well.
Ursuline looking to stay at 5-0. All right, we're going to step aside for 2 minutes. When we come back, we will have the PAC report, President's Athletic Conference, of course, Division III. You can catch Grove City football action every Saturday here during the college football season over on Western Reserve Run 1. Mark Beans bringing you the action of the Grove City Wolverines. So we're going to step aside again for 2 minutes. You're listening to the halftime report for Dirk's Butcher Block High School football game of the week here on CityView Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
With over 30 years of experience, Madurix Butcher Block in Mineral Ridge is a quality-driven company focused on great personal service. Our fresh meats are of the finest cut. We make a variety of burgers, sausages, and a full line of deli meats. Using our own smokehouse, we prepare different types of jerky, snack sticks, kibasi, bacon, hot dogs, and bone-in hams. When your tummy needs some relief, call 652-BEEF. That's 330-652-2333. If you love history, head over to YouTube and check out Blogging Through History. Hosted by Mineral Ridge High School graduate Chris Mowery, Blogging Through History visits historic sites to explore not only the well-known figures and events of the past, but also compelling stories that maybe you've never heard before. Chris would also like to wish his niece Amira Emsch and the Mineral Ridge Rams the best of luck for a successful 2023 season.
If you are seeking a skilled photographer in Northeast Ohio with experience in capturing documentary-style photographs for various occasions such as family events, weddings, graduations, sporting events, and other special occasions, look no further than Colleen Moore Photography. Accessible via ColleenMoorePhotography.com, or she can be reached at 330-314-7547. Colleen sends her best wishes to the Mineral Ridge Rams for a fantastic season. Go Rams!
W&M Quality Roofing, LLC is an insured and bonded Mahoning Valley family-owned roofing business. At W&M, we treat your roof and home as if it's our very own. Give us a call at 330-647-0610 for a free estimate. Did you get damage from the latest storm? We also offer financing and specialists for insurance claims. For professional and efficient service, call W&M Quality Roofing at 330-647-0610. Now back to the Badurix Butcher Block High School football game of the week on CityView Sportscast.
All right, welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium. We're going to throw it back to the studio for the PAC report, the President's Athletic Conference. Take it away, boys.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report, covering games on September 16th, 2023. I'm Joe Onderco. This week, we will take a quick look back at Week 2 action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 3 contests this coming Saturday. Week 2 of PAC football action saw 3 teams, defending champion Carnegie Mellon, Grove City, and Washington and Jefferson, each improved to 2-0 with league wins. The Tartans posted their second straight shutout, blanking visiting St. Vincent 38-0. Grove City overcame an early deficit to win at Waynesburg 43-27, while W&J rolled past Bethany 42-7. In other action, the game of the day was in Meadville, where a goal line interception in the closing seconds clinched a 27-21 road win for Geneva at Allegheny. Finally, Westminster got its first win with a 28-7 home victory over Teal. Case Western Reserve had the weekend off. PAC Player of the Week honors for Week 2 went to junior quarterback Jacob Pugh from W&J on offense, senior defensive back Kevin Arcia from Carnegie Mellon on defense, and Grove City senior kick returner Gabe Dunlap on special teams. Earning PAC Newcomer of the Week laurels was Westminster freshman linebacker Matthew Petruzzi. Week 3 again features 5 conference matchups. Highlighting the early games is a matchup of traditional conference powers, as 1-1 Westminster visits 2-0 Washington and Jefferson at Cameron Stadium in Washington at 1 p.m. W&J dominates the all-time series with the Titans 37-7, but the Presidents had dropped 4 straight meetings against Westminster before posting a 17-14 win in New Wilmington last season. President head coach Mike Sirianni talks about the challenges of facing a constantly evolving Titan defensive unit.
We're doing like a 4 or 5 game breakdown on them, and they're doing different things in all 4 or 5 games. They never stay the same. They're moving, they're twisting, they're stunting, they're playing this coverage and that coverage, they're disguising things, and that's why they've been one of the top defenses, not just in the PAC, but probably in the country in the last 5 years.
Another huge league showdown takes place under the lights in Cleveland, as 2-0 Grove City travels to face 1-0 Case Western Reserve at DeSanto Field at 7 p.m. Case holds a 5-2 series advantage against the Wolverines. However, Grove City prevailed against the Spartans a year ago with a narrow 14-13 home victory. For Spartan head coach Greg Debelak, having the bye week in Week 2 allowed his squad extra time to prepare for this week's key matchup.
We use the bye week to prepare for Grove City, to tell you the truth. Sometimes we use it just to get better or heal, but we're definitely preparing for Grove City and their looks, and we feel it's going to be a great challenge, and they're a very, very solid football team in all 3 aspects of the game.
After starting the season with losses to the top 2 teams in the PAC preseason poll, 0-2 St. Vincent hopes to get back on track at home Saturday as the Bearcats host 1-1 Allegheny at Chuck Knoll Field in Latrobe. It is only the 3rd all-time meeting on the gridiron between the programs. Prior to last year's 52-35 Bearcat victory, the programs last met in 1929, when the Gators recorded a 28-6 win over St. Vincent. Bearcat head coach Aaron Smetanka talks about the keys to victory for his squad on Saturday against Allegheny.
Yes, going back from Allegheny State, the first 2 weeks they played really well, being very honest. I think they're a completely different team than they were last year. Seeing it just from every phase of the game with them playing, whether it be from the teams and special teams, offense or defense. They've done some really good things here, helping change around. And
in other Week 3 action, 2-0 Carnegie Mellon remains home at Gesling Stadium in Pittsburgh with a 1 p.m. kickoff against 0-2 Waynesburg. The Tartans lead 14-5-1 in the all-time series between the programs, which dates back to 1907. Last season, the Yellow Jackets gave the unbeaten Tartans a scare before CMU prevailed 27-20. Finally, 2 teams in search of their first win battle in Greenville when 0-2 Teal hosts 0-2 Bethany at Alumni Stadium at 1 p.m. It's the 78th all-time meeting between the programs dating back to 1917, with the Bison narrowly leading the series against the Tomcats 40-36-1. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Please log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can follow us on social media via Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Onderco. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
All right. Thank you, Joe, for that President's Athletic Conference report. We're going to step aside for 2 more minutes, and then it will basically be time for the 3rd quarter. You are listening. Oh, Matt, you got something.
I just real quick want to say great job by the band. And great job. My little girl, Amira Amps, just did fabulous as the featured twirler. I have to be proud papa.
Hashtag proud dad moment over here at Joe Lane Stadium. All right, step aside for 2 minutes. 3rd quarter, right around the corner. You're listening to the Berdurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house
SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solutions. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
SNK, painting your house today.
Experience nature's bounty with Creations Backyard. Elevate your health with the most nutrient-dense foods on earth. From farm to table, sustainably cultivated with care. Grown locally in Niles, Ohio with no chemicals or synthetics ever. Unlock your culinary creativity with Creation Backyard Microgreens. Convenient local delivery and pickup options available. Order now at creationsbackyard.com or call 330-282-7208.
Action Physical Therapy is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy company serving the Mahoning Valley for over 20 years. With 5 convenient locations in Hubbard, Cortland, Kinsman, Salem, and Mineral Ridge. Action Physical Therapy can handle all of your physical therapy needs. Action Physical Therapy will create a unique plan made specifically for you. Call us at 1-8333-BEST-PT to schedule your evaluation today. Check us out at myactionpt.com. Get back in action with Action Physical Therapy, and as always, go Rams.
Now back to the Bedurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on CityView Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emch here with you for the Bedurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week. Waterloo just exiting the locker room, so they're probably going to put 3 minutes up on the clock so the Vikings can stretch. As we check that Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard, it reads Mineral Ridge 28 and Waterloo 12. Matt, other than the fumble on the opening kickoff, and maybe a little bit of an inability to get off the field on a long impact down for the Mineral Ridge defense, I don't know if Brian Chandler can really have too many complaints on that first half.
No, just some small mental errors. And, is a fumble a small mental error? No, it's a big error that can have a huge impact on the outcome of a game. But they just grabbed everything by, I'm not trying to be ironic, but by the horns. You got your Rams, but they did a great job by just grabbing everybody, pulling them together. Guys, we're fine. Let's fix it. Let's do what we do. And they turned it on, and they have just been, for the most part, very dominating offensively. Just some things that as this season, as you and I, talked about in the first half, they're going to need to address as the season goes is a little bit of that passing defense. Definitely working on, when teams run to the outside on them, they just need to work on keeping some guys home. But, they are, for the most part, doing very well. They cleaned up a lot of the mistakes that they were making last week. And then let's not forget, the most important ingredient in what's happening tonight, Shingledecker's back. When you have your main man who handles the ball offensively, who has all of his weapons available to him, you see what happens. And tonight, Ian Erb has just turned it on another notch. But, if Shingledecker wasn't in there, he might not be doing what he's doing right now.
Yeah, Herb, over 200 yards of total offense in that first half. 122 rushing, 25 passing, and 56 receiving. So
impressive.
Ian Herb pushing his way toward his third Select Sportswear Player of the Game award in this season. To preview a future broadcast upcoming, think I'm going to be over on Western Reserve 1 on Sunday calling Canton Akron Jets hockey. So tune in. I believe the game one starts at 11:20, and I believe that game 2 starts around 3:40. As the Jets going to be in action twice at Center Ice over near the Akron Canton Airport, and then Wednesday night 7:30 p.m. on Western Reserve 1, the defending Clark Cup champion Youngstown Phantoms will open their 23-24 season down at UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry at the USHL Fall Classic against the Tri-City Storm. So again, that's going to kick off. That's going to drop the puck at 7:30, and I believe the pregame show is going to start there at 7:15 on Western Reserve 1. And hey, if you're interested, Phantom's home opener is going to be September 30th. That's a Saturday. So I hope we can see you down at the Cavelli Center. You can call the Phantom's box office for tickets, 330-747-PUCK. 330-747-7825. And Matt, I know we're here broadcasting football, but man, I am excited for hockey season to start. Phantoms, of course, won the Clark Cup championship last year, an 8-1 run through the playoffs, and getting ready to defend that title. And they're supposed to be even better this upcoming year.
No, that gets me fired up. And, I don't claim to know a lot about the sport, but I sure love watching it. And I'm going to tell everybody out there, not because he's my partner. Matt Lipsack is incredible at calling hockey, which is not an easy feat. He knows the sport like the back of his hand. He's been calling it for them since the beginning. If you want to hear it like it's supposed to be called, listen to Mr. Lipsack call hockey, and he is good at what he does. Good luck. As you mentioned, I will miss you when you are not with us for the Springfield game, but I'll be thinking of you.
Everybody needs a hype man like Matt Emshin. Matt, the check is in the mail. So, all right, Landon Powell prepares to kick us off. Mineral Ridge going to kick off from left to right here, opposite way of the first half. Our Youngstown Orthopedic Associates second half kickoff upcoming. Powell, right hand in the air, starts the run up. Roll for initiative, third quarter is underway.
Nice.
Powell drives it deep, caught at the 8-yard line. Coming ahead is McLean to the 20, corralled right around the 25, falling forward to the 29-yard line. So we'll call it a 17-yard return? I said he caught it at the 12?
Not bad. And on the tackle was number 45, Christian Dunlap. Dunlaps have a shout out they do. Congratulations, young man, on being in on that tackle.
So 1st and 10 for Waterloo as we prepare to start the SNK Painting third quarter. Ball at their own 29-yard line. Aiken comes off the sideline. So again, Haken in that first half, 14 carries for 48 yards, 3 for 6 passing for 54 yards and a touchdown. Empty set, 3 wide receivers, double tight end right. Haken going to keep it on the quarterback. Draw. Lowering the helmet was Brady Balestrino as he came in there. Going to keep that to no gain.
Down.
Haken slow to get up on the play.
Yeah, he got popped.
Brady Balestrino lowered the boom there.
I talked about at the end of the second there how he let up on a tackle when they were near us on the sidelines. I said he was ready to decleat someone. Well, he just showed everybody what he's capable of, and he put a big-time pop on him.
So Haken's going to have to come off for a play. He is standing on the sideline. No athletic trainer checking him out. Shakes it off, says, no, I'm good, and looks like coming out to be
Bobby Haroof.
In the shotgun. Yeah, he's going to be number 2, Bobby Haroof.
Sounds Lebanese. I'm half Lebanese. It sure sounds Lebanese.
We've had him at running back a little bit here tonight, and here he's going to hand it off on the jet action to Keyshawn Anderson. Around the right side, gets out across the 35. Maybe up near the 36. Is that where they're going to mark him? Yeah, we'll call it up to the 36-yard line on a gain of 7.
Dunlap's Repair Service would like to wish Christian Dunlap, who just had a big tackle on that kickoff in the Mineral Ridge Rams, a successful season, For all your plumbing and backflow needs, you can call Joe and Noah Dunlap at 330-718-8650. Go Rams.
So 3rd, and we're going to call it 3. Waterloo needs to get to the 39-yard line.
Oh, nice!
And breaking through and
Zach
bringing down
Stacy.
Eric May. Zach Stacy.
Good job. He read that beautifully. He blew up the center coming from his nose tackle position, and he ate him for dinner.
And let's see, they're going to mark that at the 33. So loss of, 3 yards. 4th and 7. Now comes the punt team.
You know, we have to mention, our offensive defensive lineman award, the Beast Award, which we'll give out at the end of the season. We have some good candidates. Zach Stacy, definitely one of them. Making plays like that will get you in the lead.
As we have a whistle.
I'll take time right here to do a special shout out to a special person. The Rams team, coaches, and family. The entire stadium would like to tell Harry Bittner that we are all fighting for you, sir. And we're all behind you, wishing you nothing but the best. Love your family and your Rams.
Hart to punt. A little bit of pressure. That punt goes more up than out. Bounces at the 49, and Herb's just going to let it roll.
Yeah, good roll.
Inside the 40 to the 36. And that's where they're going to touch it down. So a very nice punt by Aaron Hart.
Amy Russell and her family want to wish the Mineral Ridge Cross Country team good luck at their meet tomorrow. It's at Spartan Invitational. Boardman High School varsity boys start at 2 p.m. Amy Russell and her family wish them good luck.
So I thought that one had a little more roll on it. Only a 37-yard punt. 36, their own 36, is where Mineral Ridge is going to put it into action. Shingledecker in the shotgun. Hands it off to Herb. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Gets to the 40. And that's where they're going to bring him down.
See, number 24, Brady Hakes, sophomore for the Vikings on the tackle. Not an easy feat for one person to get Mr. Ian Herb down, but he came from behind.
Almost 9 minutes left on that S&K Painting third quarter clock. 2nd and 6 for Mineral Ridge, and we have whistles. Sideline warning on Mineral Ridge. I don't think there's going to be any yardage attached to that.
There shouldn't be. One warning should be that gimme.
So again, 2nd and 6. Shingledecker in the shotgun. Looks right, throws right. That pass might have been backwards to Herb as he gets across the 40. Grabbed around the ankle and falls forward to the 44-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, Brady Balestrina came up and had a great block. You want to talk about unselfish. You get receivers who some people say are prima donnas sometimes. Well, he definitely is a team player. He came up and made a great block.
3rd and 2, upcoming from Mineral Ridge. Shingledecker hands it off to Herb, up the middle, untouched to the 50, 45, and falls forward as he's finally tackled at the 2nd level. Gets up to the Waterloo 42-yard line.
You know, Matt, does he seem like he's reached another speed level tonight?
I could say that.
He definitely looks like faster to me than he's been all season. You know, you start to get in what we call football shape when you get to this point of the season, and he definitely is in it.
Shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Shingledecker back, looking left. Now he's going to keep it. Shingledecker, cross line of scrimmage, dives across the 40, and looks like he got to the 38 on a gain of 4.
You know, he had Matt Monnier open there. But he is one of those quarterbacks who definitely can get some yardage out of running it. Just might want to be more careful about thinking when to tuck unless it's absolutely necessary. You don't want to aggravate last week's injury.
And I'm sorry, that's down to the 39. So we'll call it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for Mineral Ridge. Hand off to Herb, up the middle, untouched 30.
Oh, my God.
Cuts to the outside, 25, throws a stiff arm at the 20, and is wrestled out of bounds. And we have a late hit as throwing a man down behind the play was number 22, Luke Thomas of the Vikings.
And he knows it.
And he does know it. Is that one? I think they mark Herb out at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, he's taking his. He knows he's coming off. His replacement is coming in for him. He took it off before he even got off the field. He's not denying it. He's getting chewed out, which as he should. I commend the young man, though. I mean, he took full blame.
And of course, you know, the first, you might as well just walk to the head coach and take your chewing because he's going to find you regardless.
Yeah, no, he ain't hiding before films tomorrow. That's for sure.
So I think, let's see where they put this one down. Looks like it's going to be at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal upcoming for Mineral Ridge. Shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Herb's the shotgun. They're going to run the counter. Untouched. 5. Touchdown, Ian Herb. His 4th rushing touchdown of the game. 5th overall. And Matt, that offensive line.
Tonight we're really opening the door. I'm starting to get a lot better idea of some of the guys who are leading the pack for the Beast Lineman of the Year award. And remember, it's offense and defense, but boy, offense is playing incredible, and Ian Herb has reached a new level tonight.
Powell on for the extra point. Snap is good. Hole is good. Kick is up and off the upright. No good. And that is the first extra point that Landon Powell has missed that was not blocked this season. So, 7:06 left on the SNK Painting 3rd quarter clock. The Jesse's Dairy Co. scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 14 and Waterloo 12. We're step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house
SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solution. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
SNK, painting your house today.
Now back to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
Back inside Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emch here with you. Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week. Apparently, I misread the Jesse's Dairy Co. scoreboard. It is 34-12 in favor of the Mineral Ridge Rams over the Waterloo Vikings. Matt, you got something?
Yeah, real quick, a couple scores. Springfield 57, Matthews nothing, Poland 39, Hubbard nothing. Punt blocked for safety.
So a couple of running clock situations here in the Valley as Landon Powell prepares for our Youngstown Orthopedic Associates kickoff. Here's the run up. He's going to pop it up. McLean going to run forward, catch it at the 20. 25, finds a hole, 30. Falls across 35, balls on the turf. Mineral Ridge pointing that they have it. Brian Shaner thinks they have it. Any kind of call, boys?
I would say
no, Waterloo is going to keep it.
Another quick score, Ursuline Irish 49, Harding Raiders 7 in the 3rd quarter.
Again, those Irish eyes are smiling. Waterloo going to put it in play at the 38-yard line. We'll call it an 18-yard return for Landon McLean.
Is this not perfect temperature, perfect night for football?
It's gorgeous. I could not. If I would ask for anything else, I'd be being selfish.
I wish I could get in the patch right now, boy. And if my wife heard me say that, she'd smack me.
You're out of reach. Otherwise, I'd do it for her. Haken, play action. to the right sideline. Oh, overshoots his man, and taking a hit was Landon McClain, but good legal hit.
Jacob Russell on the coverage.
Right to the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Hit him with his arms. Didn't lead with the helmet.
Perfect.
I had that was textbook all around.
Jinx, as my daughter would.
Oh, busted! I don't think you can jinx your play-by-play man though. Otherwise, I got to stop talking, and then you got to do it. And
I take the jinx back.
All right, I appreciate
officially.
that. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Ball on the Waterloo 38-yard line. Haken. Empty set. Now Haruf comes in motion. Haken back to pass, looking right, throws right. The pass is incomplete. Just out of the reach of Haruf. He got a hand on it.
And that defense is really getting close again to putting him on his back behind the line of scrimmage. Definitely not the same team with Haruf in there.
So 3rd and 10 upcoming for Waterloo. Ball just inside the far hash. Again, at their own 38-yard line. As there's 6:47 left on the SNK Painting third quarter clock. Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 34. See, I almost said 14 again. But Waterloo has 12. Shotgun, 4 wide receivers. May comes in motion. Haken looking left, going to launch it deep. Has a man. That's Haruf, but he overshot him.
Oh, boy, he was wide open, thankfully. And you had Ethan Pemberton was in coverage, and he had a couple steps on him. So, thankfully, he had too much arm, and we got a flag on the field as well.
In the area of a hold.
Yes, it is.
But I would imagine Brian Shanner will decline the penalty and make it 4th and 10. We will wait for the indicator.
We've had quite a few late indications this season, haven't we?
Clipping.
Yeah, well, you don't see that often, but you know what?
I mean, I would take the 15.
Like it. Yeah, I would
take
too.
the 15. Give yourself some yardage before. No, they're going to decline it, make it 4th down.
Okay. Well, hey, that's why he's the head coach, and we're up here in the box. But I agree with you. I'm being an ex-lineman, very happy to hear that called. You got to protect these all players of all positions, knees, but you got to really watch the linemen. You could destroy somebody's career going low on them like that. So I'm very happy to see that called.
So they have 3rd and 10 up on this. It should be 4th down.
Right. I agree.
Second time this year, we're seeing a team get an extra down here as Haken's going to get this away. His arm was hit and
intercept. Yeah.
Russell has it fall into his arms. Holbrook was bobbling it and it fell into the arms of Jacob Russell.
You just can't say enough about Jacob as well, who, again, he's won player of the game twice this year. He's having another player of the game kind of night. Ian Erb, just off the charts, incredible. The Vikings are doing everything that they can to try and get some points on the board. They know they're on the field. They're the ones that are taking a beating right now. They're getting dragged behind the woodshed, and that offensive and defensive line are really starting to come into their own. They're pinning their ears back. They're getting a lot of penetration. Guys are doing their jobs, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So Waterloo, in fact, does not get a 5th down as Jacob Russell goes to the kitchen and takes a turnover out of the oven.
Another flag.
But delay a game, I believe, going to be called here on Mineral Ridge.
Took a little too long on the sideline deciding what play they wanted to call.
As our official didn't even give an indicator, but it is a delay of game.
We have gotten not many this year. I don't understand what's going on with that.
As it's Erb straight ahead across the 40 to the 35. I think it was Eric May that had him wrapped up, and then coming in to clean it up was Landon McClain. As he gets the penalty yard back and then some.
Yeah, he got it back right away. He's Mr. Dependable tonight. Well, always, usually, and especially tonight, he's just turned into the Terminator.
So ball to 34. Shingledecker looking left, throws left, pass is complete. Balestrino tackled it about the 30. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to be honest, and I'm not being, again, obviously we are here for the Rams. We are here to support them and to cheer for them. But I'm being honest when I'm saying this. It's like watching practice now. It's like watching the backups playing against the starters on that line. They can't get any penetration.
3rd and 3, Herb on the counter, bounces outside, 25, 20.
Oh, where's the flag on
pushed
that?
out of bounds by Ralston.
Okay, we're pretty far from that, so it's
at the 16. So big gain of 14 yards and a first down. As I wish someone would put out their cigarette. 5:27 left on the S&K
I
painting.
didn't think you were allowed to smoke inside of a stadium.
I don't even think you're allowed to smoke on the campus of a high school, but Shingledecker looking left, throws left, pass is caught by Rossi. Inside the 10, close to a first down.
Special shout out to a special person. The Rams team, coaches, and family, entire stadium would like to tell Harry Bittner that we're all fighting for you, sir. And we're all behind you, wishing you nothing but the best. Your family and your Rams love you.
2nd and 2, ball at the 8. Shingledecker in the shotgun, brings Balestrino in motion, but hands it off up the middle to Herb. Untouched to the 5, lowers his head, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Mineral Ridge. And the 5th rushing touchdown of the game for Ian Herb. He has all 6 touchdowns here tonight, Matt.
Just complete domination on the offensive line right now, who have opened up holes big enough that whole sections of the stadium could run that ball through. But one man has been doing it tonight, and Ian Herb is that man. He has reached a new level. He has gone past being in football shape, as we say in the game. He is in playoff shape right now.
2-point conversion here for Mineral Ridge. Shingledecker looking left, throws left, back corner of the end zone. Incomplete. He dropped it.
The rare drop for Brady.
As I believe that was Ralston on the coverage in the corner for Waterloo. So 5:15 left on the S&K painting 3rd quarter clock. Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says Mineral Ridge 40 and Waterloo 12. We're to step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Butcher Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Jesse's Dairy Cove is a hometown favorite, located at 3743 State Route 46, across from the gazebo in Mineral Ridge. Enjoy all of your favorite ice cream. We have over 32 hard scoop and over 40 soft serve favorites. We also have a large food menu, including homemade chili sauce, sloppy joes, pulled pork, fresh cut French fries, and mac and cheese. This fall, we'll start our homemade cookie and party trays. Visit our website at jessesdairycove.com to see our menu. At Jesse's Dairy Cove, we appreciate your business and wish good luck to the Rams.
Now back to the Bedurix Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
A 5-play, 42-yard drive for the Mineral Ridge Rams leads to an 8-yard rushing touchdown for Ian Herb. He's at 25 carries, 206 on the yardage, and 5 rushing touchdowns, 1 reception for 56 yards and a touchdown, and then throw on 1-for-1 passing for 25 while we're at it. Ian Herb putting up a big night.
Yeah, I've nicknamed him the Terminator tonight, and he deserves it.
Landon Powell drives it deep. This one might bounce out of bounds, and it does. Rolls out inside the 5 and under the watchful eye of Landon McLean. So I believe they're going to put that down, at the 35?
They should, yeah. I've got a couple scores. So on all 3 of our games tonight, we've got some high scores. We know the score here, 40-12. Springfield up on Matthew, 64-0 at the end of the 3rd. And the last score I have on Poland and Hubbard, 39-0. Poland destroying the Eagles. Wow.
So they are going to put it down at the 35. Shotgun snap for Haken. He's going to hand it off to Haroof around the right side. Gets out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Herb was on the tackle. Yeah, that was Ian Herb on the tackle for the Rams. He is almost as good defensively, and I say almost because offensively the kid is just another level. You talk about seeing some of these guys and their furthering of their careers after they finish high school. He is definitely one of them on the team you think will be doing that. I would pretty much guarantee it.
2nd and 5 for Waterloo. Ball at their own 40. Haken rolls left, looking downfield, pump fakes. Has a man, that's Ralston. He hauls it in at the Mineral Ridge 36-yard line.
Yeah, that's definitely one area that needs to be worked on. It's not obviously something that is hurting the team tremendously at the moment, but we are going to be seeing improved teams as we go on. And, they definitely need to correct some of these defensive backfield mistakes that are going on.
24-yard pass play for the Vikings, their second pass play of more than 20 yards here this evening as our officials are huddling, and we have pass interference on the defense. I imagine that's going to be declined.
I didn't see any.
I did not see any. I didn't even see the flag, to be honest. But
yeah.
Waterloo's going to put it down at the Mineral Ridge 36-yard line. I think the flag on Brady Balestrino, I think I heard number 9.
And that's the first time I've heard him speak all night, too.
I've heard him give a couple of the penalty calls at least. But so, again, a gain of 24. And 1st and 10 for Waterloo. Ball at the near hash as they are attacking right to left here in the third quarter. 3 wide receivers. Haruf comes in motion, fakes the handoff. Haken looking right, throws right, and misses May by a solid 5 yards. Shame, because if the play was there to be made, Matt, as May was pretty open as he was running across the 25-yard line.
He was. And I got to bring something else up. Derek Rakic got held so badly there. The rule of thumb is just, keep your hands inside. Well, that offensive lineman's hands were as far outside on his shoulders, and he was pulling his jersey off of him. No flag. Derek, a good job on that play, son.
2nd and 10. Shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Haruf in motion. Hagen's going to have to keep it on the low snap, and he's going to get
nowhere.
Nowhere, indeed, as a Mineral Ridge player lost his helmet there on the play, and now is he grabbing his hamstring? They're going to help him up. As Haken gets back to the line of scrimmage and no further. In fact, I think they are going to bring the training staff out and also Brian Shaner out to attend to the young man who was down on the play, did not get a number of that Ram.
He's got a cramp, thankfully, because you said a helmet came off. That scared me. It made me think a head smacked the ground, and he looks just to be having a cramp right now.
4 minutes and 30 seconds left on that SNK Painting third quarter clock. Very slow moving third quarter.
It has been. You would think that it would be moving a little bit quicker, but we'll take this time right now. Amy Russell and her family want to wish the Mineral Ridge Cross Country team good luck at their meet tomorrow, which will be at the Spartan Invitational at Boardman High School. The varsity boys will start at 2 p.m. Amy Russell and her family wishing them good luck.
I am so jealous of cross country runners. I was more of a sprinter than a distance runner. That was one thing I could not do, was run for a long amount of time.
Welcome to the club. I was an offensive and defensive lineman, and I could not do either. Very well. I did distance better, but I couldn't run very long either way.
I could walk and play the trumpet. I did that very well. But running, nah, you can miss me. You can miss me with the running for sure, as they are still stretching out the cramp for that lineman of Mineral Ridge.
Well, he was about to get up when you were looking at me, and as he was about to stand up, it cramped back up on him. I have a couple scores. Springfield 64, Matthews nothing. Poland now up 46-0 in the fourth on Hubbard.
As those were not football games; those were public beatings going on here in Mahoning Valley, and I believe that is Chase Moore, number 58, able to walk off under his own power after stretching out that cramp. So 3rd and 10 upcoming for Waterloo. Ball at the Mineral Ridge 36-yard line. They're going to put it down right in the middle of the field as Waterloo attacking from right to left on your radio dial here in the third quarter. Hagan looks like he's going to set up in an empty set. Trips left, tight end right. Man comes in motion. That's Haru. Fakes the handoff. Hagan going to keep it. 35. Couldn't get past Ethan Pemberton at the 32-yard line as we have a lineman down for Waterloo.
One of those few seniors for the Rams did a good job filling and doing a nice open field tackle. And, yeah, the young man is down. Did you catch a number?
I did not. It looked like one of the linemen. As again, 4:12 left here on the SNK Painting third quarter clock. Young man trying to get to his feet, trying to stretch himself out a little bit. Uh, 50.
That is Braden Robinson, and he is a junior.
So nice to see Braden walk off under his own power.
Yeah, you don't want to see any injuries, period, either side.
But it's going to be 4th and 7 for Waterloo. And, of course, you're down by 28. You need to go for it.
Volleyball game on Saturday morning. Traffic coming into the lot to park for the home Cardinal Mooney varsity game that is scheduled for a 12 o'clock Saturday start.
So 4th and 7 upcoming as the clock winds. 4 minutes left in the SNK Painting third quarter. Ball at the 33-yard line. Three wide receivers, sidecar to the right is May. Haken rolls right. Still looking downfield. He's going to have to run, but he gets hauled down. Number 51 of the Mineral Ridge Rams, Justin Sedetic, makes the 4th down stop. Over on downs it goes. Ridge will have the ball at their own 29-yard line.
And again, I'm going to mention what I've mentioned in every game we've done this season, is I have been amazed by not only how many of these young kids are playing, but how well they have been playing for the Rams. Normally you get, freshmen and sophomores that get in games and they fill and they do okay. We have some beasts that are filling in, especially some of these sophomores.
Up the middle comes... Was that Christian Dunlap? No, it was Holbrook.
No, yeah, that's number 44.
And he went off right
That's
side.
Preston, yeah.
Preston Holbrook. They're going to give him the 36.
Preston is another one of those sophomores, and he also has been our player of the game this year.
Shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Low snap, handled nicely by Shingledecker. Gets and is going to keep it himself. Gets across the 40. Almost lost it there as he was trying to get to the ground, but got across the 40 to the 43. And a Mineral Ridge first down on the gain of 7.
Yeah, what he did, he threw a beautiful move there. And back a long time ago when I played, that's what we used to say in films, that he shook a booger out of his nose.
He did give him the little shimmy shake there. A lot of movement going on below the waist. As there's another low snap, and Shingledecker's just going to jump on it.
Yeah, they have a problem with this low snap that's been going on for weeks now, and they need to address this with like Lowville coming up. So they need to get a handle on that.
Timeout, Mineral Ridge, as the loss is back to the 37. So we'll call it a loss of 6.
Some updated scores. So Springfield now up 71-0 with 2:14 in the fourth. Got to pray for Matthews that ends soon. And Poland with 2:17 in the fourth, only a 3-second difference. Poland 53, Hubbard nothing.
And you have to think that Springfield and Poland both have the second string in there, and
for sure,
just
they're running the ball,
powerless to running and running and running, and really just trying to move that clock. I doubt they're throwing the ball.
And Springfield and Matthews, thank God, finally over. The final score: Springfield Tigers 71, the Matthews, I believe, Mustangs nothing.
So 2nd and 16, 3 wide receivers. Twins to the right, sidecar to the right. Shingledecker handed it off to Holbrook across the 40.
Nice.
Pushes the pile up near the 44-yard line. That might be a gain of 7. Call it 3rd and 9. As I wonder if Ian Erb's night is done.
Yeah, you know what? You gotta believe with what he's done. You do not want him twisting an ankle with Lowville coming up.
3rd and 9. Ball on the 44. Shingledecker looks left, throws left, has Rossi, passes caught right near the marker, pushes forward and gets the first down.
Nice.
Great work there by Rossi to come back to the ball.
A great second effort. Good job, young man. He just would not be denied on getting that fresh set of downs. You're starting to see what you should be. Some of the backups coming in, and that has been something that's beautiful for Coach Shaner. They're getting time.
Gain of 9 and a first down. Handoff to Holbrook. Gonna lose one on the play.
Got nervous there for a second. I kind of wondered if he even dropped the ball the way he dropped so quick.
I think he slipped a little bit, honestly, Matt. It's feeling like it's the dew point could be dropping a little bit, and the turf is maybe getting a little slippery.
I actually was going to say it's getting a little dewy out there on the field. So got the Matt show thinking alike.
Brilliant minds.
Yes.
Get out of my head, Matt. 2nd and 11 upcoming for the Rams. Ball at the Waterloo 48-yard line. 1 minute remaining on the S&K Painting third quarter clock. Shingledecker hands it off. Holbrook up the middle. 45,
nice.
40. Twisted forward. Going to be 2 yards short. Maybe 1 yard short of the first down as he falls forward to the 38.
You got to look at the coming years. And, I had the opportunity to see the 7th, 8th grade team play last year. They went undefeated. So you've got young kids coming up. But you're looking at these sophomores and how well they're playing right now. Some of them, they're going to be juniors next year.
Shingledecker, shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Holbrook sidecar left, but we have a flag. And honestly, I was not watching the line. I was watching Shingledecker, so I have no idea which direction this one's going. I think I see one official pointing backwards. No, offside. Well, you see, they signaled encroachment, but then they pointed at...
Right, they pointed at the Rams. So that was
okay.
They're confusing me a little bit tonight.
As the referee did not turn his microphone off. So 3rd and a long 6, ball at the 43.
Mike's still on, sir.
As our PA announcer lets the referee know the microphone is still on, and that is going to end the S&K Painting third quarter. We looked at that Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard. It reads Mineral Ridge 40 and Waterloo 12. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds. You're listening to Matt Lipsack and Matt Emch on the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house
SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solutions. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
SNK, painting your house today.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
Now back to the Beduricks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Matt Emsch, Matt Lipsack here with you. Preston Holbrook, a gain of 4th and 2, upcoming from Mineral Ridge on the Waterloo 39. Shingledecker gives them the hard count and gets the Vikings to jump. That's an easy 5 yards and a first down for the Mineral Ridge Rams. And Matt, that's probably the 5th time we've seen that from Owen Shingledecker this season.
And that's a very good talent to have, is to get defenses able to jump. That will come in handy in tight games.
Snap, hands it off. Holbrook back to the line of scrimmage and no further. Maybe no, they're going to mark him right there at the 34-yard line. As again, Ian Erb's night is done. 25 carries, 206 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns, 1 reception for 56 yards and a touchdown, and 1 pass for 25 yards, which was caught by Brady Balestrino.
Absolutely just unbelievable and phenomenal. He has had a career night. They just had absolutely no answer for him or the line.
Almost 300 total yards of offense for Ian Erb, as it's Preston Holbrook just carrying tacklers inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line.
Kid, he does an amazing job defensively. He brings it. I love it when he pins his ears back, and he is a magnet for the ball defensively. But he is just almost as good offensively when he totes the rock. And like you said, he brings many players in other colored jerseys with him when he has the rock.
So gain of 7, 3rd and 3 for Mineral Ridge. Shingledecker, shotgun snap, hands it off to Holbrook. Carries to the 25. I don't think he got the first down. Maybe we'll see the far side judge is about at the 24. We'll see.
They're going to possibly...
might be a measurement here.
I assume the Poland game is over. The last score I had at 2:17 on a running clock was Poland 53, Hubbard nothing. Springfield and Matthews is over 71-0. Springfield over Matthews. So I would think it's safe to assume we have 3 channels that are listening. Welcome everybody who is joining us from the other games. We have a score of 40-12 with 9:49 left in the 4th quarter. The Ridge Rams up over the Waterloo Vikings.
Welcome to CVU Sportscast. Matt Lipsack, Matt Emsch here with you. And as Matt so expertly pointed out, very good work, partner. 9:49 left on that S&K painting 4th quarter clock. The Jesse's Dairy Co. scoreboard reads Mineral Ridge 40 and Waterloo 12. They are measuring for a first down right here. Did Holbrook get it?
Yes,
he did. First down, Mineral Ridge.
Baby. That's what I'm talking about. You got to give credit where credit is due. Those big boys up front, those unsung heroes who bring their lunch buckets to work every day. They don't get their name in the paper hardly ever. They don't get the ball. They don't get to score touchdowns unless they pick up a fumble once in a blue moon. That offensive and defensive line have done tremendously tonight.
I mean, especially the left side of that line. I want to say it's not Phoenix Walker. It might be Aiden Overacre down there. There's a 5 at the beginning of that number, but that left side, no, it's 56 as it's Holbrook up the middle again. Then he juked to the right and gets down to the 20.
Phoenix Walker, he's a freshman, so they're getting the fresh guys in. And again, this is something really special that Coach Shaner has been able to do as another player for the Vikings is down. We hope he's okay. When you can go, and he's not doing good. He's grabbing his knee, and I hate to see that.
I hope it's a cramp as he's sitting up.
I'm just going to real quick finish what I was saying about Coach Shaner having the beauty so far in numerous games this year. And he's up, thankfully. Good. Well, he's getting help off. I hope the young man is going to be all right. He's limping. Number 3, I think is his name, Nolan Hamilton.
I think I read that as a 3 as well.
I hope he's okay. He's having some trouble getting off. But back to my thought on Coach Shaner. So many games getting in backups all the way down to the third stringers numerous times helps you so much with these bigger games coming up, because God forbid, knock on wood, you get some of your starters hurt or dinged up. You have your second guys coming in who have playing time aplenty this year.
I don't think I've seen Bryce Rohrman at all tonight. As we wind the clock, 9:22 and moving on the S&K Painting fourth quarter clock. Holbrook tackled in the backfield, pushed away back to the line of scrimmage. Nice
Brady
job
Hakes.
on the tackle, yes, by Brady Hakes.
He read it very well. Good job, young man. Brady Hakes is a sophomore as well, so the meeting of 2 sophomores on the field.
So 3rd and 6, ball at the 20. I don't see Brady Balestrino on the field either. I wonder if his night is complete.
I would be yanking all my starters off. I wouldn't have Zach Stacy in there. I wouldn't have any of them in there.
Well, Shingledecker is going to stay in at quarterback, but I doubt anything happens other than Preston Holbrook getting a tackle. Makes a man miss, gets across the 20, down near the first down.
Very close.
No, he's got to get across the 15, so it's going to be 4th and about 2 as he got.
And that will be a
the
first
16.
down for the Rams.
No, we have a penalty behind the play, and I think it's being motioned against Caden McCune.
Yeah, he pointed at the Rams. I thought that was against the Vikings. They're talking about it.
As the flag came late from the side judge.
Here it comes.
Unsportsmanlike on Waterloo, unsportsmanlike
on both sides.
So we're going to offset it, but I think it was after the play, so it should still be 4th, and we're going to call it a long 2, maybe even 3.
That's basically everybody, if you're wondering, because you say, well, what good does it do? They're just warning them, guys. Enough.
So 4th and 3, ball at the 17. They wind the clock. So we tick toward 8 minutes left on that S&K Painting fourth quarter clock. Shingledecker checks with the sideline. Holbrook going to be the sidecar to the right. 3 wide receivers in the shotgun. Shingledecker with the snap, hands it off. Holbrook up the middle, untouched. First down, Mineral Ridge.
There you go.
As he gets down near the 12 or 11 yard line.
And off of that left side, again, they do like it with these backups in there with that left side. I think also another player I see is Aiden Overacre in there. I think number 55, unless I'm just reading that wrong.
Let's see. I've got 56, 64, 51.
64 is Derek Rakic. 51's
the center.
That's Justin Sedenik.
67 right guard, and I cannot see the right tackle.
I do not have 67 on here. I have Derek Rakic, 64. Ryan Alishire, 68.
Holbrook again, up the middle, down to the 6 yard line. Call a gain of 5. As Mineral Ridge can get a first down at the 1 yard line.
And they want this. Trust me. These backups, they're getting their shot right now. They want to keep scoring. They do not want to just come on the field and play time cleanup. They want to get some points too.
So actually, check that. That's 62. Zach Stacy's still in there.
Yeah.
And then I think we've got Jordan Moore maybe at right tackle.
Yeah, I would not have Zach in there anymore.
Holbrook finds a hole
There
toward
it
the
is.
goal line. They're going to mark him down just short, but it will be 1st and goal for Mineral Ridge.
And they ran right over, which they should. Zach Stacy's big behind, and he opened up a huge hole. You could have drove a paramedics bus through there, And we're talking the big one, not the little ambulance.
So I don't think there's any doubt that anybody other than Preston Holbrook gets the carry here. Shotgun sidecar left is Holbrook. Shingledecker, snap, hand off. Blown up in the backfield. Coming in to make the hit was number 22, Luke Thomas.
Yeah, Luke Thomas read it. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody on their side of the field knows he's getting the ball too. Coach Shaner would never put the ball in Shingledecker's hands to score right now. And then watch right after I say that he scores.
I mean, you also have to wonder how much of that, this looks a little bit like read option. You have to wonder if Shingledecker does have the ability to call his own number here. But he is going to hand it off to Holbrook up the middle. Breaks a tackle.
There it is.
Touchdown, Mineral Ridge.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, young man. Right over Zach Stacy. He has had an incredible night on both sides of the ball. Again, we have that offensive defensive lineman award at the end of the year, the Beast Award. I have better view of some of the guys that are at the top of the list for that award. They will also be getting a Beduric's Butcher Block giant steak when they win that award, whoever does.
Landon Powell for the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good. The clock, that S&K Painting fourth quarter clock, is now running as Mineral Ridge has a 35-point lead. As we check that Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard, it says Mineral Ridge 47 and Waterloo 12. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Beduric's Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
Now back to the Beduric's Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emch here with you. Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says the Mineral Ridge Rams have 47. The Waterloo Vikings have 12. We're going to have ourselves a running clock here as soon as Landon Powell puts the right foot into it. And
couple quick scores.
Go ahead.
We have endings, the two games. Springfield 71, Matthew nothing. Poland 53, Hubbard nothing. And then I'll just give you the Ursuline game is over. 56-20 on Harding, and those 20 points were scored in the fourth quarter on the backups.
So Matt, that drive, I have 18 plays, 71 yards, and a touchdown, and I feel like a solid 56 yards there belonged to Preston Holbrook.
Yeah, Preston Holbrook, we've had, like I've said, has been the player of the game as a sophomore already this season. He is definitely one of their most dependable players. He is a two-way starter, and he brings it.
So Landon Powell to give it the boot. Our Youngstown Orthopedic Associates kickoff. He drives it deep, fielded by McLean at the 5-yard line. McLean cuts to the right at the 15, looking for the corner. Holbrook's not going to give it to him and ushers him out of bounds.
And Holbrook was being held so badly that I could hear them screaming across the field. He was just being held. The refs are just kind of being nice and letting it, just go. We have a special shout out to a special person, the Rams team, coaches, family, entire stadium. Would like to tell Harry Bittner that we're all fighting for you, sir. We're all behind you, wishing you nothing but the best. Your family and the Rams love you. Good luck, sir.
So again, with the 35-point lead, they are going to run that S&K Painting fourth quarter clock. 1st and 10 Waterloo ball at their own 24-yard line after the 19-yard return by Landon McLean. Haken still in at quarterback. Shotgun empty set. Man comes in motion. That is McLean. He'll take the jet sweep. Gets the corner, 25, 30. Shoves a man down. Trying to cut back across the field. Backpedaled to the 30. And now jumped on and wrestled down at the 31-yard line. A lot of work there for a 7-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, he threw a Xbox style stiff arm on somebody. I don't know who it was, but he taught one of those young bucks that are getting some playing time. And you better come bring it when you come to tackle me, young man.
So again, a gain of about 7. They put the ball down at the 31. So we'll call it a 2nd and 3. Ball at the far hash. 2 wide receivers. Tight end right. Coming in motion is Haruf. Haken's going to keep it. Around the right side. Gets the first down as he goes across the 35. And we'll see if they mark him at the 36 or 37. Looks like you're going to be the 37 on a gain of 6.
I think that was number 33, Jack Gilly, on the tackle for the Rams. Dunlap's Repair Service would like to wish Christian Dunlap and the Mineral Ridge Rams a successful season. For all your plumbing and backflow needs, you can call Joe and Noah Dunlap at 330-718-8650. Go Rams.
As I see Christian Dunlap right there in the middle of that defense.
He had a big tackle on that one kickoff.
So again, shotgun, empty set. Now Anderson motions into the backfield, and he's going to take the handoff. Almost lost it. Now he's being pushed backwards, and he is corralled in the backfield. Is that a 22 that I see, Matt?
I'll tell you in 1 sec, Susie.
Tanner Sharp?
That's number 22. Yeah, Tanner Sharp, freshman. Good job, young man.
As it's going to be a loss of 5 for Anderson.
Amy Russell and her family want to wish the Mineral Ridge Cross Country team good luck tomorrow at the Spartan Invitational at Boardman High School. Varsity boys start at 2 p.m. Amy Russell and her family wishing the Mineral Ridge Cross Country team good luck tomorrow.
Vikings break the huddle. 3 wide receivers in motion is Haruf. He's going to take the handoff on the jet sweep. Has some room to work with. 35, 40, gets the first down. 45. I think that was Landon Bingham forcing him out of bounds. The backup quarterback who also plays defensive back. And it looks like they're going to get to the 44 on a gain of 12. So, no, he did not get the first down.
Getamy Drain, who specialize in residential, commercial, and industrial drain cleaning services, call 330-758-5031. Would like to wish the Mineral Ridge Rams good luck in their season. And we're sorry for your loss to the family.
3rd and 3. Ball at the 44, moving. SNK paying fourth quarter clock. It's about 90 seconds left on it. In motion comes Haruf. Haken going to roll to the right. Looks like he's going to keep it. Gets the first down to the 50, 45, and then hauled down in the secondary. Number 22 again.
Yeah, that's Tanner Sharp.
And let's see, they're going to mark him at the 39 or 41-yard line, rather, of Mineral Ridge.
Tanner's definitely taking advantage of getting his playing time in. Good job.
13-yard gain there for Haken. Sidecar left. Double tight end right. Twins right as Haken rolls left. Looking down the field still. Gets the pass away. Off the fingertips of Haruf. That's a drop, Matt. He should have had that one.
Yeah, he definitely should have had it. He was as a great pass. Put it right where he needed it to. He threw it right in between triple coverage, and he still dropped it. Those were nerves right there.
A little bit of alligator arms right there. It's like, oh, my gosh, I'm open.
Right.
As the clock is winding inside of 15 seconds, this is probably going to be the last play if Waterloo can get it off. In motion comes Haruf. Haken back to pass. And he's just going to throw it to the end zone. Has a man incomplete on a dive at the goal line.
And you know why he dropped it, too. He tripped over his own man in the end zone, and that's what caused him to drop it.
And I think that was Eric May diving to try to make that catch, but the clock has expired. The Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard says our final score tonight is Mineral Ridge 47 and Waterloo 12. The Rams are now 4-1 on the season. Waterloo falls to 2-3. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show here for you on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
Jesse's Dairy Cove is a hometown favorite, located at 3743 State Route 46, across from the gazebo in Mineral Ridge. Enjoy all of your favorite ice cream. We have over 32 hard scoop and over 40 soft serve favorites. We also have a large food menu, including homemade chili sauce, sloppy joes, pulled pork, fresh cut French fries, and mac and cheese. This fall, we'll start our homemade cookie and party trays. Visit our website at jessesdairycove.com to see our menu. At Jesse's Dairy Cove, we appreciate your business and wish good luck to the Rams.
W&M Quality Roofing, LLC is an insured and bonded Mahoning Valley family-owned roofing business. At W&M, we treat your roof and home as if it's our very own. Give us a call at 330-647-0610 for a free estimate. Did you get damage from the latest storm? We also offer financing and specialists for insurance claims. For professional and efficient service, call W&M Quality Roofing at 330-647-0610.
Action Physical Therapy is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy company serving the Mahoning Valley for over 20 years, with 5 convenient locations in Hubbard, Cortland, Kinsman, Salem, and Mineral Ridge. Action Physical Therapy can handle all of your physical therapy needs. Action Physical Therapy will create a unique plan made specifically for you. Call us at 1-8333-BEST-PT to schedule your evaluation today. Check us out at myactionpt.com. Get back in action with Action Physical Therapy, and as always, go Rams.
Now back to the Bedurix Butcher Block High School football game of the week on City View Sportscast.
Welcome back inside Joe Lane Stadium, Easy Whitaker Field in Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emsch here with you. You were listening to the Bedurix Butcher Block High School football game of the week, which was between the Mineral Ridge Rams and the Waterloo Vikings, and Mineral Ridge victorious here this evening by the final score of 47-12. As we check that Jesse's Dairy Cove scoreboard. Mineral Ridge fumbled the opening kickoff, and 2 plays later was a 1-yard touchdown run by Jaden Haken to give Waterloo a 6-0 lead after the extra point was blocked. Mineral Ridge, a 10-play, 67-yard drive, resulting in a touchdown run for Ian Erb. After Waterloo punt, Mineral Ridge, an 8-play, 64-yard drive, which resulted in a touchdown run by Ian Erb. After another Waterloo punt, a 5-play, 57-yard drive, which resulted in a Ian Erb touchdown. I believe that was the drive that was the Ian Erb 56-yard reception that went for the touchdown. And then the ensuing drive, a 14-play, 70-yard drive for Waterloo as they convert a 4th and 26 from their own 28-yard passing play from Jaden Haken to Matthew Ralston to make it 21-12. But no, I'm sorry. The next drive was 3 plays and 75 yards. So that one was the 56-yard touchdown pass for Ian Erb. Extra point, I believe, was missed off the upright by Landon Powell. Made it 27-12. And we hit halftime. After a Waterloo punt, Mineral Ridge, 6 plays, 64 yards, touchdown run by Ian Erb. An interception by Waterloo then led to a 5-play, 42-yard touchdown drive for Mineral Ridge. I believe that was an 8-yard touchdown run by Ian Erb, his 5th rushing touchdown of the evening. And he also had a receiving touchdown. So 6 touchdowns this evening for Ian Erb. After Waterloo turned it over on downs, an 18-play, 71-yard drive for Mineral Ridge that led to a 2-yard touchdown run by Preston Holbrook, and that is how we got our final score of 47-12. Let's take a look at the final statistics here this evening. Rushing yards for Mineral Ridge, Ian Erb, 25 carries, 206 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Preston Holbrook, 15 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown. Jacob Russell, 4 carries, 24 yards. Brady Balestrino, 3 carries for 14 yards. Owen Shingledecker, 4 carries for 7 yards. Passing for Mineral Ridge, Owen Shingledecker was 6 for 6 for 101 and a touchdown. Ian Erb was 1 for 1 for 25 yards. Ian Erb, 1 catch for 56 yards and a touchdown. Brady Balestrino, 4 catches for 53 yards. Julian Rossi, 2 catches for 17 yards. Taking a look at the statistics for Waterloo. Jaden Haken, 17 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown. Bobby Haruf, 4 carries for 31 yards. Lynn McLean, 4 carries for 19 yards. Eric May, 6 carries for 5 yards. Keyshawn Anderson, 2 carries for 2 yards. Jaden Haken was 4 for 14 passing for 78 yards, a touchdown and interception. Matthew Ralston had 2 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. Bobby Haruf had 2 catches for 28 yards. Let's take a quick look at the team statistics for Mineral Ridge. 27 first downs, 51 carries for 306 yards. I believe that's exactly 6 yards a carry. Passing, they were 7 for 8 for 126 yards. 1 touchdown. They had 2 fumbles. They lost 1. That was on the opening kickoff. 5 penalties for 20 yards. Let's see, 7 for 10 on 3rd down and 2 for 2 on 4th down. And they did get 1 quarterback sack. Waterloo had 13 first downs, 35 carries for 122 yards. So just a little shy of 4 yards a carry there. They were 4 for 14 passing for 78 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 3 for 12 on 3rd down, 2 for 3 on 4th down. And they did have 1 sack of the quarterback as well. And Matt, Ian Erb,
Yeah. As he's he's giving a TV interview in the middle of the field, he just was on another level. We always talk about in football when you get to football shape, and what that means is, the first few games, guys are winded, in the third quarter, but when you get into quote unquote football shape, you start to reach that level where at the end of the game, you feel like you could play, overtime or go 2 more quarters. And that's where he is already. He just was a man among men, but we cannot forget about how he got those yards, how he got those touchdowns. And it's from that offensive line, who has just been phenomenal this season. Zach Stacy and crew just all playing great. I am just very impressed with their play. And Ian Erb was just incredible tonight.
So, big news from Bertland Center. Western Reserve 21, Lowville 14.
Wow, huge win.
And Jackson Milton knocks off McDonald 28-21. So Jackson Milton sitting undefeated atop the Mahoning Valley Athletic Conference Scarlet. And then you have Mineral Ridge, Lowville, and Western Reserve all at 4-1. And 2 of those 4-1 teams are matching up next week right here on City View Sportscast. These Mineral Ridge Rams and the Lowville Rockets.
Yeah, that's going to be a big game. Everybody's going to be fired up. Mineral Ridge is going to be looking to keep their winning streak going. Lowville's going to look to try and do what Mineral Ridge did tonight. They suffered a loss, and they're going to look to be trying to get it back. I have to say this. You can't go back in time, and obviously what happened last week with Jackson Milton. But man, what a different team it is when Shingledecker is playing quarterback, and he has his full contingent of weapons, and they are just another team when they have everybody playing, and they're going to be hard to beat when they are playing like they did tonight.
So Ian Erb on the season now 92 carries for 650 yards, and he had 5 rushing, so 15 rushing touchdowns on 92 carries. So that's 1 touchdown every 6 carries.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous, Matt.
It is, and I think we could use that as our lead into our players of the game.
I really had to dig deep for this one, but with close to 300 yards of total offense, I'm going to go ahead and give it to number 14, Ian Erb.
Yeah, Ian Erb, obviously, everyone listening knows that he deserved it offensively. He also played good on defense. Defensively, Blake Basista had a very good game. He was Mr. Magnet tonight around. And there were, we can't always pick everybody. There are other players who played very well that won last week. We try not to pick players week in and week out, but sometimes you have no choice, like Mr. Herb. And, I want to thank our sponsors for the players of the game. It is Select Sportswear in Niles, Belleria Pizza of Niles, Joe Eckenrode is the owner. He gives free pepperoni rolls to the players of the game. Select Sportswear. They make all the shirts. Colleen Moore Photography. She is one of the sponsors. She makes all the nice graphics that we put online. My show, Just Football, which is starting next week, finally. Thank you. It's about time. It's back on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Those guys did a great job tonight. Congratulations to them. And then I have to mention, at the end of the season, we're going to have a big award and somebody to decide on who's going to get it. And we're going to have the Beast Lineman Award at the end of the year. We started out beginning of the year. There was absolutely no idea in my head or yours of who is worthy of donning that award and getting a giant steak from Butcher Block and Mineral Ridge, whoever wins. I'm starting to get a little better idea of I've got 3 guys in my head right now who definitely are leading the pack. So that will be big to see who gets it. It was a great game. It was nice to see them get back in form, and I can't wait for the Rockets next week.
Ian Erb, I've got him at 980 yards of total offense, 650 rushing yards, 169 receiving yards, and 161 passing yards.
Incredible.
So just shy of averaging 200 yards of total offense. So Lowville and Mineral Ridge down in Lowville next Friday night. Pregame starts at 6:45 here on City View Sportscast. But between now and then, you can hear from me a bunch of times here on Western Reserve Radio. As I said, I think I'm doing Canton Akron Jets high school hockey on Sunday. And then the Youngstown Phantoms drop their puck on their 2023-2024 season, starting their Clark Cup defense. All of those games on Western Reserve 1. The Phantoms will be in action Wednesday at 7:30. Pregame starts at 7:15. And then Thursday at 5:30. Pregame starts at 5:15. And then the Phantoms will drop the puck at home. The home opener is September 30th against Team USA. Great seats still remaining for that. You can call the Phantoms box office at 330-747-PUCK for tickets. That's 330-747-7825. Matt, any final thoughts?
My final thoughts are I can't wait for the game. I can't wait to hear you calling hockey again. I'm not just saying this because he's my partner. The kid really is amazing. He has been doing it for the Phantoms since day one. And if anybody's interested in listening to a little football talk on Wednesday at 6 p.m., Western Reserve Radio, Just Football with Matt, I'm sure be on. So a little late getting the season started. That's okay. Listen
just
on.
means you have more football to talk about.
That's right. That's right. And we'll have Matt on as a guest. We'll have Mark Means and Mr. Craven and Gessler and some other guys. So we'll see how we'll do.
Hopefully we have a Steeler victory to talk about.
Absolutely.
Between the Steelers and Browns on Monday night. Getting ready to start my 8th season as the play-by-play voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. I have been with the team since day one back in 2009 and worked my way up to the big chair for the start of the 2016-17 season. I hope you will be able to tune in on Western Reserve 1 for the Phantoms on Wednesday and the Canton Akron Jets coming up here in a couple days on Sunday. For Matt Emsch, I am Matt Lipsack. Thank you for tuning in to the Bedurks Butcher Block High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network. Sound out. Fade to black.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.